Season night. Dana say, Timmy boy, tie it straight. Let's go. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Whoa. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Whoa. TNL season 8 when we ride. Tie the flies and feel that vibe. Whoa. Tie the flies and feel that. Whoa. Yeah. Dana in the studio with that retro flow. Aviators on and the shag lights glow. Tim at the vice with a disco grin. Rolling up sleeves saying let's tie again. Started off strong with the atomic worm. Then the waltz worm giving that body a squirm. A killer bug dancing like an 80s teen. Lady Macano midge gliding soft and clean. Gold ribbit hairs here shining up the night. So for compare done looking extra bright. Better woolly bugger strutting funk on the beat. Turbo beetle buzzing like the rhythm's complete. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Tie them flies and let it ride. Thursday nights we worldwide. Now listen up close. This the heart of the show. The TNL family everywhere we go. They shine the brightest, lift us up high. They're the heartbeat thump of every single tie. Only quality people, that's the fam we're in. Love people, catch fish, that's how we begin. Every Thursday night we gather, shoulder to shoulder. The TNL spirit just keeps getting bolder. From the first let's go to the final cheer. It's the TNL family bringing magic here. Dana and Tim keep the rhythm alive, but the fam is the reason that season 8 thrives. Way past the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Tie them flies and let it ride. Thursday nights we worldwide. Polish Pheasant Tail, strutting in boots. Clifford Skating Caddis, skating real cute. 2-bit hooker dropping beads in flight. Tim's hopper vibing like pure delight. Foundling grooving with that dead hair crown. Woolly scoping booming with the bassline sound. Rope it up, stonefly swinging in strong. Gold Bob 2.0 singing his song. TJ Hooker stonefly flexing its chrome. And throbbing chubby dancing like it's going back home. Duracell jig sparking up the night. Pool toy opera splishing left and right. Club sandwich hopper stacked so tall. Screaming Banshee wailing down the hall. Sanchez double bunny hopping funky and free. Got her caddis closing out season 8 with glee. Hey! Pass the bobbin to the left hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right hand side. TNL fam, we're unified. Season 8, enjoy the ride.
Welcome back to season 8, episode 5.
5 already. Holy
High
smokes.
fives.
High fives.
Five highs. And you know what also starts today that Tim didn't know?
What's that? Oh,
The Olympics.
I didn't know that.
He
Apparently.
asked if there was even one this year, and
Well, I was ill-informed.
so in the revenants of the Olympics beginning today, I thought, well, what's better, nothing is the answer, than a downhill race with our favorite sponsors?
I think that's a great idea.
How did you do last week?
Not so good. It wasn't my week. I think I was 0 for 4.
Yeah.
So we need some improvement this week, for sure.
So what happens during this part of the show, Tim? The beginning of the show, we're going to tie some flies. We're going to tie the Polish Pheasant Tail.
Polish Pheasant Tail. And
Clifford Skating Caddis.
Skating Caddis. Yeah.
Why is it called Clifford's?
Because it's big and red.
Big red dog. Clifford designed this fly.
knows.
But yeah, a dry fly and a nymph, and we're going to get into that shortly. We're going to try out some beers. But what happens here? You just got to pick who you think's going to win the race. You put it in the comments. There's 6 racers there. You can't quite see all the names, but the ones on the bottom are Hyde Drift Boats and Wolf Creek Anglers. Fishpond, TFO Canada, Shore Fishing, and fishfuel.ca.
Fishfuel.ca, what is that?
Well, if you head on over to fishfuel.ca, it is probably one of the greatest tied flies. So they're already tied. We're tying flies, but those are already tied. And yeah, the discount deal on bulk flies.
It's pretty fantastic. I mean, it's what we use. So.
Not one-off cheap ronky donkeys in the back of a cupboard somewhere. Tied for you. Custom tied. You want a pattern? Reach out to fishfuel.ca and let them know. They're creative over there. They might help you out.
Yeah, they just might.
Yeah, so there's our racers, and you just got to throw it in the comments and say who you think's going to win. You already see the comments coming in. We're going to do the 4 of these races tonight, which are going to equate to 1 minute
Total race time.
Total race time, folks.
Crazy. Flies by.
It does fly by. So, given everything works, because we've had some glitches in the races,
yeah,
I'm going to go with shore fishing.
Shore fishing. Oh, I always like to race right next to you, so I'm going to go with TFO Canada.
All right, TFO Canada. Shore fishing for me. So why is it called fly toga?
Well, this is the yoga for your fingers. You got to get them working and ready to tie some flies. That's why you got to type in your comments.
What else you got to do during fly toga?
It's pretty simple. You got to share this post.
Yeah, that's right. Sharing
everybody.
is caring. If it's on YouTube, how do you share it? Well, you just copy the link. You head over to your Facebook and you say, hey, friends, come on over. Check it out. Let's have some fun together. The more sharing that takes place, the more fun things that we will do on Thursday Night Live.
It's a fact.
People were asking if 3 or 4 beer Tim was going to ever show up again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a sleepover night at some
That was
point.
definitely, that time was crazy.
It was not much different
maybe,
than 18% Tim.
Yeah, that. We might just break out in song and dance, folks, but let's get this first race on the way. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Make sure you love. Make sure you subscribe if you're randomly in this. Well, we'd like to keep you in here. We don't like strangers who don't come back. So let's start this race. I think it'll work.
Let's try.
5, 4,
3, 2,
1, 0. Oh,
man.
Look at that.
Look at
shore fishing is just like, oh my goodness.
Come on, baby.
No,
Let's go, baby. No. Come on.
Look at these guys. Yeah,
oh my
fishing.
gosh. Look at that go.
Wow. Yeah.
1 for 1 for old Dana.
Guys, I know I've afraided a lot of you, if that's how you say it, but I made you scared because you
Afraid a lot of you.
Afraided a lot of you.
We might have to change the song if you keep winning.
I know, because it quite simply says in there, Dana, why even play?
Why play? You'll always lose.
Yeah, so, well, you can see all the names right there. So definitely what you want to do is say race number 2 and then tell us who your favorite sponsor is, or at least the one that's going to win the next race because, well, I took that one home. And probably nobody in here went along and did it with me because they think I lose all the time.
This is not good for my reputation.
Share it. Share it with your friends. Sharon is carrying your grandma's knitting page would love this kind of entertainment because we are for all sorts of people. Whether you tie flies, buy flies, or you just are that guy, TNL's for you.
It is for everybody. There's no wrong person.
No, there's no, because there's so much going on here.
Yeah, karaoke.
All right.
That's all, everything.
Next race, I'm going to go with Wolf Creek Anglers.
Well, I got to stay next to you, so I'm going high drift boats.
Yeah, look at the grins that everybody's got here.
They're very excited.
Wolf Creek Anglers. Let me just hang on. My computer over here is glitching out. Tim, what do you think of the PBR last Saturday?
It was great. It's a great show. I didn't see you there, actually, but I'm sure you were there somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so I picked Wolf Creek Anglers and you picked High Drift Boats.
Everybody's getting theirs in there.
Everybody get your race in. Everybody get your race in there. Say number 2 and who your favorite. They're looking at Fly Fisher 54, just a studious student. Second race of the night, episode 5 is about to happen in 5, 4,
3, 2,
1. Oh yeah, look at Wolf Creek
man.
just holding off. Just having
Come
a
on,
race.
I got a little lead, but it's
now it
gonna-
goes. Now it goes.
Oh, I should have
what's this
stuck
thing?
with TFO.
Oh, there it goes. Fishfield.
Oh man!
That's
Oh,
the,
here I go! Here
wow.
I go! No way!
Shore
Come on.
fishing. Is that
Look at
twice?
this. That's twice.
That's twice. That's rigged. I don't know if anybody's.
If it was that rigged, you'd have chosen it again.
Yeah, I know. But I had to. They're on to me, Tim. They quite simply know exactly what I'm doing. But right there, you guys can see over here, I guess, all the racers, all the names, so you know exactly how to spell them. Because we're on to race number 3. I'm 1 for 1. Timmy's 0
You're
for 2.
1 for 2.
I'm 1 for 2. Yeah, that's right.
Math is tough.
Math, and I'm afraid of them. They made me do math.
You got too afraid of yourself. Oh man, 0 for 2. This is not good.
All right. Race number 3 for this guy is high drift boats.
Oh man, who's won so far? I'm going Fishpond. Fishpond is gonna win.
All right, so I see Mr. Sather said that Fishfield got silver, but in this race, unlike the Olympics,
There's no second. Or
there's
third.
no second. It's just first. You win or you don't. So I'm 1 for 2. Tim's 0 for 1. And
Still wrong.
0 for 2. I believe I picked high drift boats this time, and Timmy picked Fishpond.
Fishpond, let's go.
All right, who'd you pick? Get your races in the comments because this one's going down in 5, 4,
3, 2.
1, 0. I can't wait to go 2 for 3, Tim, and then you're 0 for
Come
3. Did I
on.
get it right this time?
Yeah, you did. Come on. Oh, there I come. There I come.
There you go. High
There I
drift
come.
boats.
No,
Look at
what?
this. Look at this.
Fishfield
Look at
again.
Fishfield.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
jeez.
That side of the hill is a little steeper. I think it's cheating.
I don't know what it is, but that Fishfield came in hot.
Oh, who do you even choose?
That's
They're winning more than
hot.
once.
Yeah, I know. So we've got what's the recap so far?
You're 1 for 3.
No, I understand my
I'm
losing.
0 for 3.
I want to know the first one was Shore.
Shore. And then
Fishfield.
Fishfield.
Shore, fishfield.ca. Okay. No idea. No idea what to do here, Tim.
No, I feel like I want the lower half, but they keep losing. Well, make your choice. I can't choose till you do.
Fishpond. I'm going with Fishpond.
Okay. I'm going Wolf Creek.
All right, Wolf Creek Anglers. Fishpond for me, Wolf Creek Anglers for Tim. And folks, this is the final race of the evening. But what that really means is the show is just getting started. Make sure you share this post to your favorite Facebook page, your favorite fly tying page, whatever else you have for a favorite. Just make sure you take the time to share this with all of those people. And also get in number 4 race and tell us which sponsor you think is going to blow the snow up.
You got some followers. They're following your choosing now.
I chose Fishpond, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. I like what you're going. See, the tides are turning, Tim. They're coming
yeah,
towards
I
me
feel 'em.
and what I want to do. So here we go. Race is happening. 5, 4,
3, 2.
1, 0.
Come on, I need 1. Wolf Creek, let's go.
Hey, you're having a bad couple weeks here.
Oh, he's got an early lead, which
Wow,
means he's going to lose.
Fishpond might as well
Fishfield's
not
gonna
even
win
started.
again. Oh, come on, give me 1.
Oh,
give
no,
me 1.
Look at Fishpond.
Give me 1.
Fishpond.
Give me
Fishpond.
1.
Fishpond.
It's good to be back on top. What can I say? It's just it's a trick
You
I play.
think these racers were injecting their members with hyaluronic acid juice?
Maybe. They weren't jumping though,
But yeah, maybe that's the problem.
yeah, I don't know.
Anybody else hear about that Olympic scandal? Let us know in the comments. Apparently, some of the ski jumpers were injecting their man meat with something to make it bigger for when they fit in their suits.
But then wanted to go
Something.
shrinker.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know in the comments. We're going to be right back.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fishpond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry-first weather resistance to new Nomad net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
Gentlemen, it's roll call!
Bang. Bang.
That doesn't get you pumped up.
That doesn't get you excited. Nothing will.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Tell us where you're from, tell us what you're drinking before the moment is gone. Raise up a glass, type it in fast. Roll call! Roll call! Roll call!
Heck yeah, boys, girls.
And kids. The instructions are simple.
Absolute banger, this song. It
man.
just gets me fired up to die some flies.
Yeah, it's so good. It's good. It's good.
Roll call!
Just like that. Well, guys, this is the part of the show where if you listen to the song, you got to drop in the comments. Let us know where you're from, what you're drinking, and what's our question tonight?
The question tonight is, what is your favorite winter Olympic sport?
Oh. Well, recently I just chose long
Ski
distance
jumping.
ski jumping. There's some perks.
Yeah,
I heard.
so in the comments, you just say, I'm Dana, I'm from Olds. I'm drinking a People Skills, and my favorite winter Olympic sport, I mean, it's hockey.
Really?
If the NHL is allowed to go, which they are this year, so I mean, here we are.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me about you, but
Who are you? What are you drinking? Where are you from?
I'm Tim Hepworth. I'm from Lacombe, Alberta, and I'm drinking some People Skills as well.
Nice.
And my favorite Olympic sport would probably be freestyle snowboarding.
Yeah,
Yep.
not bad, not bad.
Yep.
Although I did see, and I don't know if it was new, but it was mixed curling, so a guy and a girl,
Oh,
but
yeah.
only two
Only
people.
two people.
And it's like husband wife kind of thing, and I thought that was pretty cool, actually.
I never heard of that, yeah.
No, I feel like it's new but unique,
Look at
and
John. He says curling. I mean, if you
he
like
doesn't know. A lot of people don't know what curling is.
It's similar to
they're-
painting a wall
Yeah.
and then watching it dry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun to play.
It's very
just-
similar to watching Tim tell a joke. It just doesn't
It's
happen.
painful.
But let's all talk to you guys. Gary Durfee from No Snow, Colorado. You think his drink's called No Snow?
I don't know.
We
Probably
don't know.
not.
We don't know. Maybe he just didn't follow instructions very well, Gary. Sean Watson from Calgary not follow instructions very well either. And Hirsch drinking a grasshopper.
Yeah, you got 1 for 3.
Where are you from? What you drinking? And what is your favorite winter Olympic? Which fly are we going to tie first, Tim?
We're going to get on the Polish, or some might call it the Polish.
The Polish.
Pheasant tail.
And anyways, hope you love the music tonight. I worked hard all darn week to get you guys special songs written and performed by IE.
Aye.
Works for us.
But they're
now.
ours. So, you know.
Yeah, they're ours. You can't take this away from us. They'll find a way. Look at this. Canoe coach. Scotty Too Hottie from Detroit with a PBR tall boy. Maybe
thought
tall
PBR
boy.
was.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No, but I thought that was a Canada thing. Am I wrong?
Nope.
No?
No, but I think tall boy is not an Olympic sport.
Maybe.
Could
Yeah,
be though.
Could be.
Could be. The
Or
ski
Guinness.
jumpers were trying to get tall boys.
Tall, long boys.
a little meat injection to get the suits to fit a little looser. All right, let's see if Mr. McKenna's better with his Sisterdale, Texas. Shiner Bach, non-alcoholic, and hockey. Hey,
Hockey,
yes, there we
hey.
go. We got a first person who passed the test.
What's the Paralympic sport where they play hockey, but they have
Sled hockey?
Oh, sled?
Yeah.
Honestly,
cool.
that's cool to watch.
Yeah.
I get on board with that.
Scooter Tabor from Missouri. Curling is by far the best. These Americans know what curling is. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
Crazy.
We got Eric Alexander from Leduc drinking
What's
a
up, Eric?
5-beer flight, and hockey's the only answer.
He would.
Another great student in the house.
Yes.
Oh, Tom.
Barrel seagrass rye. Like, is this just rye? Like, we're just drinking it on the rocks? Or Tom doesn't strike me as someone who
I
would
think
mix
he's
a drink.
drinking it out of a barrel.
Probably. Just opens.
Yeah.
I want to see his liquor
Jeremy, Cabin Stargrazer, Hazy IPA from Red Deer, Alberta, and
What's up,
curling
Jeremy?
is a lot of curling, folks.
cabinet. That's interesting,
A
guys.
lot of
Really,
curling.
what
I
is
do enjoy curling in the Olympics.
watching it?
Yeah, it's just intense. Like, it is. I know it can seem boring, but
I don't know.
yeah, I do. I do.
Kind of like darts on ice.
No, we don't throw anything.
Yeah, you do. You throw
You
rocks.
slide a rock. Trevor, favorite winter Olympic sport is Nordic combined or biathlon. I'm back
Okay.
to work, night shift, so I'm calling in from camp and having some coffee.
Nice.
Nice work. Great answer, Mr. Graham Thurston, 3776 from Deep River, Ontario, drinking a scotch. Nice work. Favorite sport toss up between curling and hockey, but the ice is
Is the key.
seeming to be taking over right now.
It's true.
Darren from Airdrie drinking a man crush.
Oh,
See,
man
he
crush.
bought in. He bought in.
Yeah.
Has to be hockey when the NHL players
Yeah.
are back. Truthfully,
So,
nothing's
explain to
better.
me, they haven't always been allowed to go.
So for the last 13 years, the NHL has said you can't use our players in the Olympics
Really?
because it compresses the season. So right now they're on a three week break, and basically what happens is the NHL gets no revenue, and like players get hurt. It's hard. Like they own the players, so
Yeah.
they felt no need to do this. And so, yeah, it just really sucks. Nobody watched. And, because truly, if Olympics are the best athletes in the world, then
Should be the professional sport.
yeah.
athletes,
And when they've been there, it's just been an absolute phenomenal, this year will be just nothing short of awesome.
yeah.
Like last year when we had, that Canada, U.S., whatever, the Four Nations Cup.
Oh, yeah, Four
yeah,
Nations,
like how amazing that was.
Yeah. It's cool. It's weird because they don't do that with other sports like summer sport, like basketball.
Basketball goes.
They always, yeah, that's what I mean. They
Yeah,
always
because,
get to play.
who gets hurt in
Oh,
basketball?
Everybody. All the
Well,
best people.
that's a good point, but like they aren't really hurt. They just tore a nail or something.
Don't start with me.
They tore a nail on the hardwood.
Yeah.
Gone down.
Gone down, slip and slide.
Craig Frankie from Calgary drinking Bad Idea, Lazy Hazy, and snowboarding.
It's good. I like it.
Dave. Gull Lake, Alberta, brewing up some decafe coffee. Super G. Yeah. What's her
that's-
name? She got hurt that The girl for America. She's like a model, blonde. Lindsay. Anybody know Lindsay? She's you know. Okay, so we're gonna tie the Polish Pheasant Tail first. We're gonna do some beer 30, and then I've got a little treat for Timmy over here, and I could probably show you guys because I think this would be kind of fun to do. Have you guys ever done this?
Oh, is this like one of those things where it could taste like vomit?
Yeah, we're gonna do some bean boozled a little later on with jelly beans.
Oh man.
And in this package is burnt rubber, licorice, wet dog, top banana. What's it?
Like the top of it where it's bitter?
Maybe.
Like the skin?
Stinky socks, tutti frutti, toothpaste, berry blue, barf, peach, stink bug, toasted marshmallow, booger, juicy pear, old bandage.
An
old bandage, yeah. Pomegranate knot, liver and onions, cappuccino, dead fish, strawberry banana smoothie. So when Tim's tying, I'm going to figure out how this works. I feel like we have to do something with this.
I think it's
the wheels included. Oh, the wheels included.
It's got to be us. Where'd this come from?
That's why Hayden came in there. I got him to go get it. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to try out some good beer. And Cam's from Calgary. We got Ron from New Hampshire. Go Habs. Yeah, he's really close to Montreal there. Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal.
We got Sather from Sylvan drinking tap water. Some smooth tap water. He's on the mend, folks. Willie Stickin'. It's a new one that he's found out just recently.
That's actually that same exercise he does for his core workout.
Oh, Willie Stickin'. Yeah. I think I can't remember those, but it was like sipping, not sitting, or something.
It's a combination.
Crap is drinking a Kokanee.
Kokanee?
We should do some like absolute not craft beers like Kokanee. Ice fishing, that's not there. Colleen Hoovy.
Who said that? Oh, yes, Jeff. Nice.
Claude and Colleen drinking some of Claude's homemade Irish red, and it's excellent. Sorry, Dana. Curling's my fave. I haven't watched hockey since Sittler and McDonald were playing. You don't want to age yourself, Colleen, but that's a long time ago.
Did they wear helmets then, or was this
helmets? They did black and white TVs and no audio back in the 20s.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Barrett's all about the hockey from Oshawa, Ontario.
Barrett Rutherford. I believe that's Dave's dad.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Fun fact, Cam says, my mom grew up in Mauchline, Scotland. Is the place where all the scones are made for the Olympics. The scones. Sones.
Sones?
Sonus? Sonus. Sones.
I think it's the suits we were talking about.
I think you have to say it in Scottish. Sones.
Sones.
Sones. I wonder if we get Sones next episode. Oh, the stones. All the stones are made for nearly most. Wow. Okay, the stones.
Oh, curling.
Mr. T was not a part of that word.
Ugh. We needed some
politics. Ice is taking over here. That's great to hear. Clayton Cochran drinking more water, cross country skiing. Just kidding. It's hot. I was gonna say, bro.
It's like that's
bro. We'll get him in the cab of a truck with us and take him cross country skiing.
Dibs and edge.
Cole's in the middle.
I don't like.
And when I yell, he'll. Lindsay Vaughn. See, I knew it. Adrian, Calgary, drinking spinach smoothie. Favorite sports, hockey, ski jump, and snowboard half pipe.
Ooh, that's
Dad
good.
duty tonight, so we'll be in and out. That's an Olympic sport, too. I'm sure it takes place in the Olympic Village a lot, the in and out.
Yep.
Right?
Parents watching? Yeah, they are. That's why I'm not saying anything. They can be mad at you. My mom told me today, once again, you tell Dana I'm watching them.
You didn't tell me. You did not tell me, but now I know.
Now you know.
So
best behavior.
Okay, guys, we're gonna try beer. We're gonna try. We love you guys. We're so glad everybody's here.
So good to see you.
We've got such a fun show tonight with a little bit of bean boozled. We got a couple flies we're gonna tie. We're gonna try out some drinks. And the first one,
Which one? Oh, this is the monkey one.
well, they're both monkey ones. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys, a part of the Flyingo, so we all play Flyingo, but the newest art creation by Matea.
Sorry, I just have to quickly interrupt with size of can issues.
Why?
On the right is a normal tall boy. Who knew they made an extra tall boy?
Yeah, I did, so I got it. Okay, so there's a way you can win this, but it's a one-off. Okay, limited edition, meaning one-off. And Matea fired this up for us tonight. So it will go in the Flyingo, but if you want it before the Flyingo and you don't think you're going to win the Flyingo, it's going to be on her website, and you can go in and buy it. And once it's bought, it's gone, and then it won't go in the Flyingo. So artbymatea.com.
That might be the next or newest favorite.
This is my favorite one right here. So,
my favorite ones are the flies. I love
Yeah.
the hopper too, and somebody
this
Bought
is
that.
like it. Yeah, Jeremy just bought it
was that Jeremy that bought the
today.
other fly?
Oh no,
the
Durfee bought the
Yeah,
fly.
Durfee stole
Jeremy
the-
bought the brown trout
oh, the
today.
brown trout, nice.
And this one's on Art by Matea, MATEYA.com. But if it's not purchased, then it's going to go in the Flyingo. So
That's
we
one of
got
those
some more.
odds
We got
things.
lots of Flyingo prizes. We'll go over those
do.
later, but we're going to try this beer. Tim's going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to pour it.
All right, guys. What we have for our beer tonight is Gorilla Mode Sun Crusher, the high vis indicator. This is from Phillips Brewing in Victoria, BC. This is a tropical hazy IPA. It's 8%, no joke. The scoop on this beer, you mentioned staying sharp. This is named after the famous Gorilla Mode pre-workout supplement. But at 8%, this is definitely a post-workout recovery drink. The hatch, Tropical Haze. It's brewed with Galaxy and Citra hops. Think of this like a bright orange indicator. It's designed to be seen and tasted from a mile away. On the palate, it pours a hazy, sunlit gold because it has a base of wheat and oats. It feels like silky smooth in your mouth. Flavor-wise, it's a fruit salad, passion fruit, mango, and guava. It hides the 8% alcohol dangerously well. Best paired with a hero shot photo with a bright chrome steelhead. It's flashy, energetic, and looks good on camera.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what do you think it's going to taste like before we taste it?
It does smell very fruity.
Does it? I think it's going to be our more favorable one of the night. I think the next one's going to be like this.
No, it's a pullover, but thanks for noticing.
Excuse me, sir. Pull over.
cardigan.
It's Grandpa's cough medicine.
But that's
Get the
legit.
hell outta here.
That's a can. That's like a Arizona iced tea can.
It's true. 568 milliliters. That's 355. So, but it's about 1 7/8. Well, Tim, it's time that we try the Gorilla Mode Sun Chaser from Phillips Brewing in Victoria, British Columbia, the island folk.
Cheers. Let's try it.
Somewhere between dawn and early. We worked all day, we tied all night. Now pour it heavy, pour it right. No one's driving, no one's fast. We're just here to make it last. Raise it up, don't ask why.
It's very unique.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not sure what to say yet because I think I need another drink. That's a hell of a beer.
that is my palate is confused. I think maybe it's the guava.
Oh, I was gonna say the mango.
It's like a mangoey, but it's smooth. Like for an IPA.
Yeah, like it
it's
has-
very little kick in the back end.
Well, it's tropical. It's hazy. It's IPA. It's strong. You know it's strong because I'm already seeing double. I'm already getting into song and dance here.
Uh-oh. It used to be that we waited for 9 o'clock for K-pop. Now it's karaoke.
I don't know. This is really good.
It is
Different, but it's smooth and
I mean, I gotta admit, I really like it.
Like it's like it hits you're like hop, and then it finishes like completely smooth.
Yeah, very, very smooth.
But you know you're drinking an IPA, but it's not like
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one 4.
Yeah, I'm about that 3.5.
Yep.
But just to even it out, because you're 4 and I'll be 3.
Okay.
And then you're the 4.
It's 20-inch brown trout on a size 22 midge. Excuse me, a beer worth celebrating.
Midge. Solid day nymphing, reliable and enjoyable, but nothing epic. It's like I said, guys, I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I think I would agree with you as long as you took off the very last statement.
Yeah, I do.
Because it is epic in its way.
It is, and
solid.
And it's a great beer. It's a lot going on. But I keep drinking it because I'm like, I don't know, how is it?
It's a little confusing on the palate, but very easy. At the same time, it feels quite heavy. Like,
yeah, like I feel like the party's over. Yeah, I'm good with 3. I'm good with 3.
All right, beer number 1. That's good. That's
Nice
good.
work.
Good choice.
Oh, what are we tying first? I already forgot. The Polish Pheasant Tail. Getting their fingers going quick.
Yeah. So, first red, guys, on this fly, just if you want to get it prepped up, we're going to be using some either red or orange thread in a smaller size. So, I'm going to be using UTC 70 in red personally. But the color is kind of important. This is meant to be a little flashy. So, something with some giver.
Yeah, make that hot spot hot.
Hot.
All right, let's head over to Getting Buggy with Dana.
It's getting buggy. It's getting buggy with Dana. It's the Polish Pheasant Tail. Its hot spot will make you blush. It's getting buggy with Dana.
Oh, I slid into this scene smoother than smooth. But truthfully, guys, we're going to do what we call Getting Buggy with Dana. We're going to learn a little bit about the Polish Pheasant Tail and kind of maybe some tips, tricks, how to fish it. And remember, the Polish Pheasant Tail has been dyed in 700 different variations and ways. So this is our way. And, well, if you want to really get technical and make this thing what it was designed to do in the beginning, but then it kind of takes away some other stuff, is load it up with weight. Put a big tungsten bead on there, wrap some wire lead. If you're just straight up using this as a Euro nymph and you don't have an indicator, maybe that's a great way to do it. But if you tie it like this, it's still got weight of the bead, like we talked about back on that gold-ribbed hare's ear. The bead, it's got weight, right? So it's still going to get down. Don't negate it, but you got to ask yourself if you're Euro nymphing and you want to get that thing down quick now, fast, because you don't have a big span of river that you're fishing, then you might want to turn it into an upside down tungsten jig head nymph, which is going to be a little more tricky to tie. But anyways, here's the Polish Pheasant Tail and a little bit of stuff that I found out about it. The hydrodynamic competitor competition killer. Well, what competes in fly fishing? Euro nymphers. Okay. They got teams and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'm into that, but that's not the conversation. It's just simply, if you are, this is where this fly came from. The revolution back in the 1980s, the competitive fly fishing team in Poland. Okay, the Polish team. Before that, they used to use split shot, which is what I was going to tell you is a nice tip, is just slide some split shot on that thing and she's going to go down, down, down. And we talked about this, I believe, at one point with tying like weighted stonefly nymphs and stuff. It's like, I don't know, split shot works good too, and it helps get your fly down. So do as you wish, add the weight however you see fit. But yeah, so anyways, this Polish team was the first to put the weight inside the fly. Like I talked about the bead or using some lead wraps or here with some woven lead, just to make that weight go down. And I believe in competition, they have like a certain amount of weight they can use on a fly.
Yeah, there's regulations on also multi-fly rigs. You can use.
Yeah,
There'll be like a top
This
weight
is
and a
how I'm
bottom weight.
making him admit he's a Euro nympher.
I don't know anything about this.
I have done 1 day of Euro nymphing in my life.
Oh, well, you know what they say. You Euro nymph once, you're a Euro nympher.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You lick one lollipop and it's...
Yep, there you go. You love candy. So remember this was like one of the first beginning kind of Euro nymphing things where it apparently led the Polish team to dominate the circuit. Fitting as we're into the Olympics right now, we're talking about dominating sports. Well, the sport of fly fishing, if you want to call it that, was such that this fly made them great. So yeah, well, what is a pheasant tail, I guess is the question. You know, a Baetis, a blue wing olive, a caddis, you know, maybe more in the, maybe the pheasant tail is more in the mayfly kind of thing, and the hare's ear is more in the caddis kind of thing, but there's still not really anything specific. They are, right? Searching patterns. Unlike the real American pheasant tail, which has legs and a wing case, this version removes those drag-inducing parts. No legs and less fluffy thorax. By removing all that stuff, they tried to make this fly very hydrodynamic. Like you might remember last year, we tied the Gasolina Perdigon, right? Super sleek. It's UV coated because we're trying to make these hydrodynamic to get down to the bottom quick as we can. And well, if you know anything about Euro nymphing, which I don't, but apparently the competition is such that as many fish as you can catch is kind of the goal. So yeah, the more you cast without a fish, the less your score is, and you just want this thing to be down in the zone, that 6 inches from the bottom, or tick tick booming on the bottom. So how do you fish it? Well, use it as your point or your anchor fly. It goes at the bottom of your rig, and it's the weight for the rest of your rig also. Or you could just use a split shot as a tag off a fly, and then that would be your weight to get your fly down if you didn't have enough weight on your Polish pheasant tail, right? Tight line, Euro nymph it. Now, if this is the case, if you are fishing split shot or a very heavy fly, such as a tungsten or a heavy lead wrapped Polish pheasant tail, remember the lob is your friend. That's something you should write down and get tattooed on your forearm, because split shot hurts. Weighted flies hurt. Don't cast them. Do not false cast them. Do not false cast them, and do not false cast them. I've told you 3 times, and if you false cast them, it's now on you, because they'll go right through your brain. I've seen it with clients, and it ain't good, Tim. It ain't good when it happens.
Well,
so
we used to wear helmets for that reason.
Yep, split shot is a lob. Okay, just like we said, they're just going to pick it up, lob it over top. Do not cast it. I told you 4 times now, so you have no excuse to hit yourself in the head with a heavy weighted fly or split shot. The secret, the hotspot collar. Now, some people tie it more towards the tail, which we're going to do, and some people tie it more towards the thorax, which we're going to do a little bit, but not quite like the extravagant thorax hotspotters. And then there's the tail hotspotters. I don't know. What does a hotspot do? I don't really know. Well, what I do know is this kind of gets in our head, and then we just like this hotspot, right? And then we get excited about it, and we only want to fish or fly with a hotspot because the word hotspot has us thinking that it induces a strike, and it might not. And it might also make the fly look a little not normal. So I don't really have I do have a strong opinion, is that if it works, do more of it. And if it doesn't work, try something else. And my friends, that is fly fishing. You don't always know why the fly works, but if you know that it works and you know where the fish are and they're eating it, just fish it more. And then it works more. But yeah, trying to figure out why the hotspot works. I don't know. What's your opinion? Do you guys have like a deep history with hotspots versus not hotspots? When I see this, instantly inside, I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's sexy. That hotspot. But I don't know. What is it? Why do I do this? I do not know. But I really like this fly, this pattern, and the red. Or if you have orange, put on an orange hotspot. Or green or olive, or just make that spot hot. And have fun fishing it, everybody. And if you have any questions, I'm going to read through the comments here quickly. But good reason. I'm working again, so I'm just drinking coffee. Ritz goes drinking coffee. But anyways, there we go. The Polish Pheasant Tail. Tim, you are up.
All right, guys, we're gonna attack this fly. What can I say about this fly from a tying perspective is even in smaller sizes, like we are tying tonight on a size 14, it does feel a little bit congested because we are using kind of some bulkier material that, it takes up a lot of space. We are using thread to create that hotspot, like Dana said, and we're using that at the back end of the fly. And we will have a bit of a hotspot at the head just simply from the thread we're using. But this is tied, the version we're tying with you guys tonight is very functional in the sense that it comes right back to pheasant tail roots. And my personal opinion is simplicity is everything in fly tying. I think sometimes we overcomplicate things, making massive changes or going too realistic or whatever. I pretty much can promise you if you're a fly fisherman, you've fished a pheasant tail, and a little variation like this could maybe be the ticket or be a little bit better than everything else. But pheasant tails are classic mayfly imitations and are such a great pattern. So it's something that's so worth having a bunch in your box in different sizes. And the beauty of a fly like this is it can be so variant. The color of thread you use. Maybe you're in bluing season and you want to tie this in a size 18. And instead of using red, maybe you're using an olive thread that gives you a little bit of a different color appearance. There's so much variation depending on the flies and the time of year that you're fishing this that I feel like you could have 1,000 of these in your box and probably still not have enough. So let's head on over to the vise, take a peek at it, and we'll get started. So as you can see here, we've got our hotspot at the back. We are going to make some legs, which is going to come out of the portion of pheasant tail that we're tying with. And the pheasant tail is pretty much the main material here. The only other thing that we're going to be putting in on this is some wire. Everything else, that's what's neat about the pheasant tail, is it's so an all-encompassing material with some great properties. I did lie to you, that's not true. We are going to put in a little bit of peacock herl as well for the thorax, but as you can see, it gets hidden pretty well. It just gives that little bit of green sheen just behind the bead, but that's about it. It's very simple, and like Dana said, the point of this fly is to be streamlined, get down quickly, and be effective in the bottom of the water column. So let's go ahead, let's pop this guy out of the vise. We're going to grab our next bead and next hook out of your kit, if you're tying out of our kit. And don't forget, when you're putting your beads on, you want that small eye going on the hook shank first. So you're putting the point of the hook through the small hole and then pushing it up over the bend. If you're struggling to get it around that bend, sometimes all you need to do is put that in your vise and just crimp down that barb, as, our personal opinion, but you should probably be doing anyways when you're fishing, especially in catch and release fisheries, or if you're planning on letting that fish go, which we're pretty big advocates for. Let me get this sucker level in here. Okay, so like I said, I'm tying with UTC 70 in red, as this is going to be the under body color. I'm going to come right behind the bead and start my thread. Remembering anytime we start, we're going to be wrapping back over that tag end, and that's what's going to secure it down. So I'm just taking thread wraps rearward, and I'm actually going to remember to say this to you guys right at the start of tying today. If you need to ask a question or take a break or have some clarification, just drop SOS in the comments. You're going to see some lights flashing like that, and that's just going to be our signal to stop for a moment, maybe answer your question. The beautiful part of tying along with me is that if you're having a struggle with something, You can ask a question and we can answer it in real time for you. It's kind of one of the beauties of the live stream. Over the quick ties, both have their pros and cons, but take advantage of that if you need to. I'm going to take my thread wraps all the way back to about the point of the hook and let it lay there. And we're going to go ahead and start our tail. So in your kit, you're going to have a chunk of pheasant tail, something like this. Okay, this one's a little bare because I've tied some out of it already. But you'll notice that you have two sides to your pheasant tail. This side over here that I'm holding on to, this is the classic body material, wing material, thorax material, and what we use for legs. Now, the often forgotten stepchild over here on the other side of the feather is this kind of more mottled, thin, not as like straight fibers looking, but this is the side that I really like to tie tails out of, and that's simply because it is easy to work with and it's that nice mottled color. Whereas over here, we just have kind of occasional striations in color down the feather or the fiber, whereas over here, we have that nice mottled appearance all the way out to the tips. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna grab myself a decent chunk off of there. The best way to kind of judge how much tail I want is just to pinch it down between your fingers, and once you do that, you realize how thin it actually becomes. But I like that. That's probably about a dozen fibers in there. I'm just gonna tear those off the stem, all the while trying to keep them fairly aligned, those tips aligned. It's okay if they're a little off, but we want to keep them as aligned as possible. Okay. Now I'm going to be measuring a tail here, and the reason I didn't take my thread all the way back to the bend first is I like to tie in my tail materials and then lift up on them and guide them down to the back of the hook bend. Kind of helps me keep them right up on top of the hook shank. So when measuring a tail on most nymphs, but especially on this one, we want to measure something that's maybe just a little bit shy of the overall hook shank. And I'm just placing my pointer finger right on the front of the hook and then measuring off of that. So when I change my hands over here, I'm measuring the tail out to what I want it to be. Okay, and I hang it off the back in that same measurement. Now I'm going to tie this in right here. I'm going to give my bobbin a quick clockwise spin. I'm a left-handed tyer, so that's going to cause the thread to jump rearward against my fingers. If you're a right-hand tyer, maybe do it the opposite way. Now you see how that thread goes right back against my hand because I spun it versus it trying to hop all over the place. I'm going to get that first wrap in there, take a couple of loose wraps, and then I'm just going to let it hang. I'm going to readjust that, make sure it's right up on top of the hook shank. This is also a good time if I now look at it and I'm like, that tail's maybe a little long, which I actually do feel like it might be a touch long. I can just give a little tug on the butt section and shorten that up slightly, which is what I'm going to do here. Just like that a little better. And now I'm just going to lift up on those tail fibers as I take a few wraps rearward. I don't want to take this all the way into the bend. I want to leave it right up on top. As you can see there, just before it dips over the backside of that bend is where I want to leave it. Now I'm going to take some thread wraps forward and secure the butt ends of this feather. I'm not going to go too far up, but I'm going to go a little ways. Make sure they're nice and secure, and I can trim those out. Now I'm going to drive some thread wraps down over top of the butt section. And now remember that back section is where we want to leave our, this is the worst colored shirt for this. See, just my red blends right in. That's okay. We're going to take our thread back one more time, and I'm going to make sure this is nice and smooth at the back end of this fly. And nice and visible. My thread's kind of separated a little bit, so I'm going to spin it again to cord it up and take some thread wraps forward. Now that hot spot at the back, I want it to think of it being in length. If I brought my thread back forward to the hook point, that's roughly where we want it to be. This is why I said this fly feels a bit congested. It feels like the body that we're going to build out of the pheasant tail is very short, and then all of a sudden it's just thorax right away. But it's because we're leaving that bare at the back with that nice hot spot. Okay. So now we're going to come and start to build the material for the body of the fly. But this is what's kind of fun about it is you're going to see how we do this. But we're going to use one tie-in to create not only the body, we're also going to create the legs at the front. And we're going to create the thorax all out of the same piece of pheasant tail. So when I come in here, now I'm going over to that other side of that feather that we spoke of. And I'm going to grab a decent chunk. Again, at least a dozen fibers. Because I want to not only build the body, but it's more about when I pull these together, how many legs am I going to have? And so if I hold these up, I'm thinking, okay, if those separate out, I'm going to have, maybe a half a dozen per side, which should be plenty. So something like that, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's good. That's going to be enough legs in the front. I'm going to peel those off. First thing I'm going to do is come in here and just trim out those short and curlies. like so. But all the while, I'm kind of trying to keep that pinch together and level so that those tips together are going to be equal length. Okay, now I'm going to flip this around so that those tips are pointed forward, because those tips are actually going to be in the end what is our legs. Now, I know that I want my red hot spot to end here. I'm going to take a couple of thread wraps forward for my tie-in point, and then I'll work it back over top slightly just to secure the butt section of this feather. Now I'm going to come in here and measure, and this is probably the hardest part of gauging this fly, is measuring the length of those legs, because what's sticking out in front is then going to get folded back over top and point rearward and form the overall length of the legs. So when I measure this, I'm thinking, okay, if I go like here, those legs are probably going to be a little bit short from what I want, so I might extend it just slightly somewhere in that region. Now I'm going to get a nice securing wrap right here, and again, I want this to stay right up on top of the fly. So I'm probably going to tie those in a little bit on the near side towards myself and let the thread carry it up on top. And I'm using my pointer finger here to kind of pinch and hold those on top of the hook shank itself. Just like so. So I'm left with something like this. Those tail ends are pointed forward. If I think I need to adjust those a bit, I'm going to try to get them right up on top of the hook shank. If I need to adjust the length a bit, I do that as well. Pull those out. I think that one's going to be a touch long. I'll pull it back. That's good. Now I'm going to take my thread wraps rearward over top of this butt section until I get back so I can lift up and check my hot spot. Take this all the way back until I'm at the point of the hook again. Okay, so that's adequate there. I got space for my hot spot. Now before we do anything else, we got to go ahead into our kit and grab our copper wire, this extra small copper wire. It's probably very fine and might be hard to see in your materials. But go ahead and grab this guy, and we're going to tie this in right back here as well. Get a thread wrap on it, a couple thread wraps forward. And now before I do anything else, I'm going to lift up on my legs, and I'm going to take some thread wraps forward. Not maybe necessarily all the way tight behind the bead, but I'm going to take them up quite a ways. Probably right about there. And that's going to fan out those legs. I can kind of lean them back and check my length of my legs. We want those legs to extend anywhere from 3/4 of the way back down the body. They could go as far back as the hook shank, or the hook bend, sorry. But you don't want them to be too short. They get very difficult to work with at that point. Now a little trick that I was taught a long time ago is this. I want to take my thread all the way back to where I left my pheasant tail. Now as we palmer this pheasant tail forward, we're going to actually palmer against our thread. And what that does is it causes that pheasant tail to get mashed together, not kind of separate and look all wonky. We want it to look nice and even on the body. So if I do my wraps against my thread, it's going to stack that pheasant tail as I move forward. And now also keep in mind which way you're wrapping this forward, because I'm going to go the opposite way with my wire when I come back. So I'm going to take this forward, not super far. I'm going to come vertical with it now. I need some space here to tie in my thorax still, so at least a bead length behind the bead. And I'm going to tie this off. Don't trim out those butt ends because we're going to use them still. Okay, I'm going to take a thread wrap right here and just kind of sort of secure that. I'm going to keep those nice and vertical out over those legs. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to come over to my wire and I'm going to counter wrap. So I went this way with my pheasant tail, so I'm going to go the opposite way. And the reason we do this is to really bind down and secure that pheasant tail. So if you were to catch a fish and some teeth got on that nymph, it's not going to tear it apart. We should be able to get 3 to 4 turns of that wire before we get to our tying spot again. I'm going to take a thread wrap behind, a thread wrap in front as always when securing our materials. And now I can either trim that out or I can helicopter it off. Helicopter just means I'm going to take it and spin it until it breaks. I'm just going to come in here with my scissors. Trim that out. Now, we got to arrange these butt section pieces because they're actually going to form the thorax of the fly, kind of the bulky front portion of the fly. That's going to be the casing that comes over the thorax. So I'm going to take a couple of thread wraps more forward, and this is just so I have something to bend back over. Took those forward. Now I'm going to pull them rearward and get some thread wraps back on top. Just a little bit. So now when I let go, these should point rearward like that. Okay, now this space here where we have our thread is where we're gonna fill in our last material, which is going to be our peacock herl. Now you probably got a pretty big stash like I did here in the kit. I want you to go in there and grab 2 or 3 individual pieces of that peacock herl. I'm just gonna grab 2. I'm gonna align the tips roughly, and then I'm just gonna reach in here and break them off. The tips are very fragile, so we're gonna set those aside and not use them. Still got lots of fiber here to work with. Gonna kind of match up those tips again, make sure they're fairly even before I tie it in. And I'm gonna come in here, tie those in just on the near side of the fly to myself, right in that little gap that we've left, and I can kind of pull those butt section pieces up and under my thread. And then again, I'm gonna leave my thread right there because I'm gonna wrap my peacock herl against my thread again. And now I'm just gonna go and start palmering this forward, and it's okay to wrap consecutively over the same spot here, because we wanna fill in this spot. We're not trying to go super bulky, but we are trying to fill it up with that little bit of green sheen that's gonna shine through. Now once I've done that, I need again to secure that material. So I'm gonna do a thread wrap behind, thread wrap in front. And now because we're up against our legs here, you're gonna feel like they're getting manipulated a bit, maybe in a way you don't like, but that's the beauty of how this fly works, is we're gonna come back and fix that with the butt section of our thorax that's gonna come over the top. Once I got those secure and I feel confident that I can go ahead and trim them out, I can trim out the peacock herl. Okay.
Quick intercept here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sold out.
Sold?
Sold, gone.
Who took it?
I don't know. I don't know. Better luck next time.
Heck yeah.
Fine, folks.
That's fun.
TNL. Yeah.
Good work. Whoever bought it, you stole one from us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find out who.
I'm just wondering what I got to do to
I don't.
get in on one of those.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Uncle Tim. Uncle Tim. All right. Last little tricky part of the fly.
Last part, guys.
Is everybody hanging with us so far? Because that might be the best one you've tied yet.
They always are at the end.
It's so pretty. It's
But
so
that's
pretty.
the thing you got to do, guys. Is you understand? Like, I almost hate a bit that. I mean, I don't hate that I don't fail more live, but if you could see the first few I tie, I'm just like throwing them against the walls, throwing them out because it's frustrating. And that's the key with fly tying, is it takes a dozen to get good at them. And by this point, I've tied a dozen of these, so you feel more confident. You know how they're going to turn out. More than anything, what I find is a fly like this has kind of specific proportions. Once you tie it a few times, you're like, I know exactly how to do it. And that's why I always say, if you're going to tie one, you tie 12.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to get good. And honestly, if you tie one and it works really well, what happens when you lose it?
Yep.
You gotta have a few in your box.
Go to
You go to fishfield.ca and buy some more.
fishfield.ca. That's a good point. There's always a rule we have when you go into a fly shop somewhere. Do not buy less than 6.
No.
Because it doesn't, honestly, like, fishfield.ca, I think a dozen flies is $14.
Which is insane.
When you're buying those flies for $4 at a fly shop for a 12, 24 for
harder.
6, it's hard to do. But when you can get a dozen, I mean, it's just been out there when the fly works, and then it's in the tree. And
Yeah, right, Terry?
I know. Oh, I was like, did he comment?
No, he
Because
didn't, but I just, he
that's a
always
guy
does.
who has fed more trees than the what's the beetle disease?
Oh, pine beetle.
Pine beetle.
Yeah.
That's his new nickname, pine beetle.
Pine beetle. I
He's
like
taking down more trees than a pine beetle.
That's true. Okay, guys. Well, we are in the home stretch here. So, the goal from the last bit of this fly is this. I'm going to use my thumb to bend these legs back, and I wish I could show this to you a little better, but I'm bending them back and I'm separating the legs so that I'm gonna bring this butt section between them, okay? And that's what's gonna actually separate them and create the thorax on the top of the fly.
Here, let me see if I can do something.
All right, what do you do? Things are about to get technical here, folks. I can feel it. You didn't mention the other trick at a fly shop. If you have the fly that works, and you know the fly that works, you go into the fly shop and you make sure you empty out that bin so nobody else can buy the fly that works. This is a good song for
Not
this.
sure.
Trying to get a different angle here.
Yeah, I was gonna try to, but
You like my thumbnail there, Dave? I appreciate the appreciation.
it's just riding black.
Riding black.
All right, well,
That's
better
right.
luck next time.
Better luck next time. But what I would suggest here, guys, is if you have a bodkin or if you have like just the pointier scissors, I come in here and I kind of try to separate those legs so I have an even amount on either side of the fly, or at least roughly. Doesn't have to be perfect, obviously. But once I kind of have a decent amount on either side and they separate, then I take my thumb and I push it back over, and then I lift up with the butt sections of that pheasant tail and I pull them forward. Then I got to do a little hand switch. And before I tie this in, now you can see I got legs separated on both sides. Okay, that's the goal. And then when I tie this in, I'm gonna kind of pull down on those legs and pinch on the fly like so. I know I'm kind of blocking this. I'll try to pull this back a bit so you can see. But by pulling this towards the front, pulling those legs back and down the sides, then when I come up here and I take a thread wrap right behind the bead, it should cinch everything kind of secure in its place. But the first wrap I'm gonna do is gonna be loose. Second one's gonna be a little tighter, but before I go fully tight, because it pulled those butt sections forward, I'm gonna pull them right back up and centered on top of the bead, give a little pinch, and then pull tight. You see them come vertical. Take a couple more thread wraps. And then when I turn that and show it to you, maybe a little better against my hand, this way, see how those legs separated out on either side of the fly. And they're just fine. We're not trying to go crazy here with the legs because like Dana said, this fly is meant to be streamlined and hopefully sink quite well. And we're almost done. I'm gonna lift up the butt section, take a couple of thread wraps on this side as well. And like my personal opinion on this fly is I like the hot spot at the back. I'm not gonna try to overdo the hot spot at the front. So whatever hot spot I create, just in tying the fly with the red thread, as well as doing a whip finish, is gonna be what the hot spot looks like. So it is gonna be a little bit of one, just nothing crazy. So now I'm gonna come in here, I'm going to whip finish this fly right where it is. Remember, we're stabbing the hook in, wrapping around the butt section, letting it cross over to get my number 4, sliding that down to the fly. I'm gonna give a 3-turn whip finish and let that off the hook right there. Got a good knot on there. I'm gonna add a little bit of resin, so I'm not gonna do a second knot. Trim that thread out as close as we can. I'm gonna come in here with my bone dry UV Solarez. I'm gonna get it kind of quite a bit off the brush before I come up to the fly. I'm gonna add just a little bit on top. Let that soak into that red thread. And then I can come over here with my torch and cure it down. And there's our girl Rosina.
Before everybody gets upset, last week she wasn't really working so great.
Gotta give her
She
all
got
the
into that
attention.
11%er last week.
Yeah, she might have.
Oh, dancing like a dream. And well, because we can.
She's always taking over the show.
Somehow when the show runs smooth,
Yeah, she looks
she
smooth.
just dances.
I wonder who Rosina really is. If she
could
knows
you
she's part of
imagine?
our show. She just shows up one day.
Oh, that would be absolutely incredible moment for all of us. Full
there you go,
circle,
guys.
great tie.
I'm gonna try to get that on the white part of my shirt. There it is.
Well done.
Like we said, streamlined, simple. That's the effectiveness of flies. Definitely could tie this in a jig style, but not necessary. That's a great pattern right there.
Yeah, and so you can watch the quick ties. They'll be posted first thing tomorrow morning, and you can always go back and rewatch the live stream, and you can watch the quick ties. So many ways to get caught up on your flies and your kits. If you haven't bought a kit, Tim, what are they missing out on?
Oh, the simplicity of life. I'm telling you, it's great. So I'm going to take you through this real quick. So that's what our Season 8 kits look like. They're still available on our website. You can head on over there. And every week when you come and watch the live stream or you go over to the quick ties, because like Dana said, every week we got 2 quick ties coming out for the 2 flies. You open up this one's episode 5. All your materials, everything you just saw me tie this fly with, are already in there enough to tie this fly 5 times 4 times at least, and you get an already tied fly in there, but you have all the materials you need. It's simplicity. And for somebody,
it's magic. You don't have to run around and try to find yourself like.
Well, until you've, especially when you're first tying, guys, I'm telling you, the amount of money you waste on materials. I have materials that I bought that I've still never used, to be honest.
Yeah, it is literally what birthed this idea was. You can kind of try it before you buy it, or we should say, you can test it before you invest it, right? Because it is an investment to tie flies, and it's such a vast world of so many. You could switch your mic if you want. It's confusing, and there's so many different kinds of hair and feathers and fur and hooks and beads and so many things out there that it's absolutely confusing. And honestly, it turns a lot of people away from the craft, the art of fly tying.
It does.
And I think
we feel it happens to us sometimes. We're like, I want to tie that, but I don't have that. Or I'm like, come on.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times during the week I get a go. I don't use that vise because it's the wrong way, but I have my own little platform with my Norvise on it. And I could just go sit over there and I could just pull out a package because it's fun. I don't tie production for my guide season. That's just overwhelming and not possible. And but yeah, the art, the rhythmic dance of tying a fly and just emptying out them, throwing up Tim on the big screen over here and just watching along and tying a fly. And it's just really magical to watch it work. And that's what's really cool about these kits. It's all cut up for you. It comes in these packages and you get to just tie them. Like, if you love it, if you want to do it, like we said, you get to test it before you invest it, meaning you got to go to your local fly shop. On our website is all of the materials, the list, the recipe, and you go in there and you say, I love this fly. I love the Polish Pheasant Tail. And then hopefully they're kind enough that they can just quite simply help you out into getting more materials, not the wasted ones, but the good ones that help you tie more of these.
Some of the beauty of it is we do this. So on the patterns that we tie out of the kit, if it's something you really like, you just go back to the website and you can get 6 more tries at it. And this is just a single kit. It comes like that, but instead of a whole, all the episodes, it's just one at a time. And you say, these are my 5 favorite. So you rebuy those and you get another half a dozen flies out of it. And practice.
Totally.
So
and practice. Yeah. And so it's all there. And that's the whole tested before you invested for, like around like $9 to $11. You can buy the single kits. But yeah, the full kit, the 24 patterns, 144 flies, it's $209 Canadian. The work's done. We just want you guys to enjoy it and have fun. And, once you get a kit, it's hard to do anything else.
It's fun to see Travis' comment here. So he says, this is my 4th year I've bought it. I will tell you, the kits are well worth it. The material in the kit is so much more than just the fly you will tie. Thanks, Tim and Tim, for the kits. They're great. And it's true because it's like, how much? I think the big one is dubbing. It's kind of our thing, but we always put enough dubbing to, put it in a baggie and put it away for the next 25,000 flies. So
it's kind of a where's Bad Joke Doug? Is he here?
He's here. I saw him. Yeah.
It's super funny when we broke out in song and dance there, and and honestly, guys, like sometimes the kits aren't perfect, and hand packaging the materials and whatever, and just, if that's the case, you just gotta let us know, and we'll send you another one. We'll make it right.
Always make it right.
Yeah, and just it's not like a Ponzi scheme where we're trying to sell 5 kits and then retire. It's like we just want this to be fun for everybody. We want to hang out every single Thursday. Buying the kits helps because there's a lot that goes into putting this show together. And so we just felt like this entire live stream is free. Anything, the education, all the stuff. And if you want to buy a kit and we ship it out and you can tie along. We're season 8, episode 5. We've a lot of episodes into this. All you could go back and buy I think we started the quick ties in season 4.
I think it was season 4 or 5. Yeah.
But yeah, you could. They're all gone. We don't have any more. They're sold out. But you could go back. I'm looking up here because this is where all the boxes are of the past seasons. But you can go back. You could buy them all, and the videos are on YouTube, and you just tie them all up. Yeah, and every year we just try a little harder to be a little better with packaging those kits up for you guys. And I mean, I'm pretty impressed.
Well, I mean, I get to tie out of them every week.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and you're tying that. Like, it's not.
I love
substituting different materials. And
yeah,
Oil Fan said every bag has enough dubbing to tie 100 flies.
And Harry Tats. Tiff, she wants to steal my shirt, I think, maybe.
Yes,
This
Arctic
is my
Grayling.
this is my favorite shirt. I ain't gonna lie.
We're also taking donations for our Temu
Temu order.
Guys, we can't wear more costumes without Temu, so that's always an option. Mike Ritzko asked a question: if the fish fuel flies don't work, do they offer warranty?
It's more an angler issue, normally.
I know. Well, call customer service and see what they have to say.
1-800 not answering.
We gotta try other beer, but before we do, I promised you guys some little fun.
Oh no! As long as you get liver and onions.
Okay, Bean Boozled jelly beans. Bean Boozled. We're gonna do this Bean Boozled, and I guess what I do is I just spin the wheels. What I've been learning, and then there's, say like the yellow one at the top. It says, it's top banana or wet dog. But you can't
so you
tell.
don't know though. It could be either. Man.
Right. So I'm gonna spin the wheel here.
Great question though, Jeremy. Yes, as we kind of just spoke a little bit about, you can buy the single kits. So you can buy, if you really like the fly from whatever you tied up, you can buy the single kits for it.
Yeah, and I have not put those up on the website yet. I kind of get after those as we get going into the season. Kind of what I do is I pick my favorites. Because what we're learning is not every fly packages well, right? And what I like is, it's hard sometimes to get some of these materials, cut up into a package. So I kind of just go through. I'm like, I really like the way these package. They turn out well. They're successful in making a whole bunch of them. And Mike McKenna, 5 kits so far. I hope everyone loves the value and just enjoying. It just connects us, right? Like, it's just like when we post about the beers, I understand they're Canadian beers, so it's hard to get in the States, but like, it's just about you guys sitting there feeling connected to us and just trying the beers with us when we try the beers, and we're experiencing this whole thing.
If it's terrible, we all agree. If it's good, we all agree.
Yeah, and wish you guys had these Bean Boozled.
Look at this. We have our first biter maybe on our Temu order. Have the Martlet Barbershop come in and sponsor.
Well,
she'll probably want to choose what we wear.
Yeah.
She just wants the shirt.
I know. What we can do is we could start a new segment called Bean Boozled and sponsored by the barbershop. I've just got a huge Temu cart going, and I feel guilty buying it because it's just a costume. But man, we have fun. We have fun before the show. Trying to figure out what we're going to wear. Sometimes we have theme nights. In a couple weeks, Aaron's going to be here tying for us. And, he's always creative and has a lot of... We're probably going to do year 3000 because that's something we've traditionally done. But, okay, Bean Boozled, guys. Wait, I stopped that. I shouldn't have. That's right in the middle.
Come on.
All right, so it says this red one here. I think we both have to try it.
Yeah, we both have to do it.
Okay.
One of us is going to get a good one, one's bad. Warn me what it says.
Okay, guys, we've got this one here. It's red, and it says it's either pomegranate or Old Bandage.
Ooh, I'm curious what an Old Bandage would taste like.
I'm not ready for it. I've heard bad stories about this game, so Here we are going Bean Boozled.
Bean Boozled.
Right in the comment, did Tim get the pomegranate or the Old Bandage or did Dana? Here we go.
You ready? Old Bandage. Oh, it's so bad.
Pomegranate.
We gotta pour another beer. Oh, that's so. You got pomegranate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well,
that was awful instantly. It tastes like musty socks. That was the second I bit into it. I knew. I knew it. I knew you knew.
No, how do I know?
I don't know, but why
Mine's
did I
really
get it?
good. All right.
Oh, it's lingering.
We better get into beer 30.
Come on.
Oh, Gary started season 6, saw season 5 was
Oh.
available, bought it for the reasons stated, love to try new flies. Oh, we'll come back to the. This could be here all year because I don't think jelly beans ever go bad.
That one already started bad. No, we got to do another so you have a chance to get a bad one. Come on, let me spin it. That was so bad. I don't know about Old Bandage. That was just nasty, whatever that was. All right, let's see. Oop, that didn't work.
Oh, I'm
no.
I'm afraid now. Guys,
there,
girls, everybody, we're playing Bean Boozled right now. So,
That says juicy pear or booger.
oh no, I gotta find it on here.
It's the green ones.
Oh, jeez.
I hope you get booger so bad. If I get 2 in a row that suck.
Okay, here. There's more than just 2 of each, and I'll let you pick.
Okay. I can't get any hints from the outside.
All right, we're playing Bean Boozled here.
Can't do boogers.
Oh man, this is a 12-hour show now that we've
Okay.
introduced Bean Boozled.
Are you ready?
We can only do 2 a night. We're gonna
Yeah,
run out of
2 a
them.
night,
Okay,
but-
what is it? What are the
It's
options?
booger or pear.
Frick! I'm so afraid. Okay,
Let's go. I don't want to. The Band-Aid was bad.
I'm
ready?
so afraid right now.
I hope it's booger for you. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's
It's very salty.
this is so
That's-
great.
Why do I get both the bad ones?
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
Oh, it's so good.
so salty.
Oh.
Okay, beer 30. Let's go. I ran out. Not even a drop.
Oh, they're good.
No, you've got a red Sharpie over there. You've marked all the bad ones.
Oh man.
That tasted like, I don't know, like shoe.
Frick.
Like inside of your soul shoe.
Oh, that's so good.
Glad you're enjoying your food. Let's get this going. I need something to drink.
All right, guys, we're going back to beer 30. Beer 30. All right, what's up here? What is this? If you're just joining us, this is brought to you by Shore Fishing and our friends at TFO Canada. I got to get this rankings off. That was where our rankings for our last one. And that was our last beer. And beer number 2 is Booger.
Okay. Well, he's pouring that. He'll let you know about the beer. So this is Good Monster. The Lurking Lunker. This is from
Bean Boozled, here to stay.
Bean Boozled. I got Booger Boozled. All right. We got Collective Arts Brewing from Hamilton, Ontario. Booger Boozled. This is a New England double IPA, so I'm probably going to hate this a lot. It's got another 8%, so that's great. The scoop on this beer is if the first beer was Sunshine, this is Creature Living in the Deep Pool. Collective Arts says it's a beast, but a good beast. The hatch, the kitchen sink hatch. They use 4 heavy hitter hops. As I read this, I know I'm gonna hate it. The heavy hitter hops, the Mosaic, Citra, Simcoe, and Amarillo. On the palate, this is gonna be terrible, but also will feel heavier than the Phillips. Expect dank notes. Oh, very resinous and piney, mixed with peach and orange. Those things don't go together. It's an explosion of flavor that coats your tongue and stays there. This is just telling me everything I hate about a beer.
And it's not going to rinse away your
No,
booger.
it's best paired with the end of the trip. This is the beer you crack when the boat is packed on the trailer and you're celebrating the monster fish you caught or lost or ate a booger.
Oh, that was the best 5 minutes of TNL.
Oh, man.
Bean Boozled. I got to create a scene for it, and I got to have some fun with Bean
That
Boozled.
was awful. All right. Well, maybe I'll be surprised, but a double IPA is probably not my favorite.
Oh, look at all the stuff in it.
Yeah, there's some things.
Let's get the good
All right.
monster down and, hold tight. Cheers, friends.
Totally great. That's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
They duped us.
Well, it might have been the booger
Yeah,
preemptive.
bye-bye boogers. Boogers and bandages are gone.
Rip the bandage off, eat the booger, and drink the beer.
That's great. I'm happy.
Because everything is uphill from a booger bandage.
Oh, man. I hope you get a booger. Not the booger even. The bandage was so bad. It's like
dude.
rotten.
Oh. Yeah. That's so funny.
That's an easy 3.5 for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to slam a 3 down. 3 threes. I think we're about there,
That's a 6 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Easy drinking.
Remove the nothing epic because it's not epic. It's
It just reminds me of
Dave, what are all the
Easy.
floaties in here?
yeah, there is some floaties.
Shore Fishing TFO Canada, we thank you for bringing us Beer 30 each and every episode where
Yeah.
we try. And
Some beers.
What else do we do? Try, review. We're not really beer connoisseurs, but we just got a good palate for buggers.
And bandages. I think it's neat though because we're kind of just average Joes. We're not huge beer drinkers. We probably both would fall into that like easy drinking Pilsner vibe,
Yeah.
but we try a lot of stuff.
Try a lot of weird stuff.
I'm kinda surprised by it.
It's really fun. Mr. Pape, sounds like you're the guy who stole this out of the bin.
Sipping rye and buying fly boxes.
Yeah, we got
That's epic.
Pine Beetle drinking water tonight.
Well, we probably could talk about what they could win now that they can't win.
Yeah,
that.
you should show them. You should show them because you got to get your Flyingo cards because we're going to play Flyingo after the next card. Folks, it's 8:28.
All right, so what's coming at you from some of our sponsors? You got this beautiful high drift boats hat. There's something kind of nice here. You're coming at you with a 5-weight Pro Orvis line.
Wow.
That's a little.
That's a big
might
deal.
come home with me.
Well, you got to play.
From fishfield.ca, we've got a nice fly box with a bunch of dry flies. Looks like we've got Royal Coachmans, we've got stimulators, and some mosquito dry flies. A whole box full right there. And then from our last year's launch, from us here at Fly Fishing Above Outfitters,
the brown trout.
you got the brown trout in beautiful badge on the front. Nice blue kind of checkered appearance.
Should almost
shirt.
open it and show the back.
Actually should, because this is
Because all these sun shirts are for sale on our website, folks. If you didn't win and you want to go buy them, there's more on the website. But if you're just going to take your chances tonight and try to win, well, flyingo.ca is how you do that. You head over to that website, you get yourself a free Flyingo / it's like a bingo card. Yeah, but this is the front logo here, and then this is the back, the artwork on the back. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that'll be yours tonight, and the 5-weight fly line. So we got about I don't know, $300-400 worth of prizes there for you. We ship it for free. And we even pay your duties if you're down in the US of A. But all you got to do is get yourself a flyingo.ca card or you can't win. And there's tiebreakers and there's a lot of other things. There's ways out of the doors of doom, which you'll learn if you haven't been here before. But we'll go over all that once we're done tying this fly. But first and foremost, we must learn about what is this fly, and it's the Clifford Skating Caddis. What thread do you want them to put on while I teach them about it?
That's a great question. So I would suggest on this one, we're also going to go a little small on the thread. So in that 70 denier department, I'm going to be using some UTC 70, and I'm going to do white, but tan would also be great, or brown. Something lighter colored though. Darker color probably isn't going to look super appropriate on this fly.
Yeah, just got to let Jeff crap. Just typing it in here, www.flyingo.ca. All right, you got your thread wrap. Tom got his awesome fly bucks. I'm actually super jealous. I might have to convince her to do another one because, well, if it's one of a kind, we can't do that. But something similar we're going to make happen. That is the Nick Blanco's Heisenberg streamer, which if you like, you can buy it over at fishfield.ca.
Yeah.
It fishes well. Fish love it. But they also love... the Clifford Skating Caddis, folks. This is Getting Buggy with Dana. That's right, it is. That's right. It's the Clifford Skating Caddis. Thanks for asking.
Well, the caddis traveling, moving fast, make a quarter cast and make it last. Don't strip it, just twitch the tip, wait for the trap to let it rip. Watch your floating if it's not CDC safe. It won't end well. CDC feathers standing up tall. Clifford Skating Caddis.
That's right, folks. The Clifford Skating Caddis.
It's time for Getting Buggy with Dana.
Yeah. Thanks for the intro, singer, songwriter, guy. I'm being super excited to teach you guys about the Clifford Skating Caddis and why it is so amazing. And a couple tips and tricks about how you guys can make this fly fish even better. Well, first we're going to talk about the Skating Caddis pattern and the fact that it's existed since Leonard Wright wrote Fishing the Dry Fly as a Living Insect. What? Fishing the dry fly as a living insect? No, that goes against everything we've ever been taught about fishing, Dana. You gotta mend, and not have any interference with your fly. Right? Remember that? You guys have all been told that. But now I'm gonna shake, rattle your world. Plus, you're gonna want to stick around because Dana's pro tip will send you overboard. I know that's what I do here is make you guys happy fishermen because, well, Tim shows you how to tie it. I'm going to tell you how to fish it. The innovation, this pattern, it modernizes the concept between replacing thick dubbing with either pearl flashabou or Antron yarn, which we're using tonight, and the CDC, the coup de canard, the butt of the duck, is the magic material. I promise you, if that thing's on anything, fish eat it. I don't know. It's just kind of my thing. Like I talked about the hotspot before. It's in your brain. And when it's in your brain, well, I don't know. It just seems to work a little bit better. So yeah, this was designed to fix two problems. The old skaters that get waterlogged and they sink. And the old skaters that lacked the trigger flash, which if you're tying it in the flashabou, maybe you tie it in both, right? The Antron yarn or if you tie it in a skating caddis with dubbing, might be a little dull, more natural looking, but if you want that flashabou, that little attractor flash, well, then you would use flashabou, right? Because it says it right in the name. This fly is going to probably be your next favorite caddis fly. I promise. Let me know at the end of the summer if I am true. Anyways, this is the traveling sedge. So the larger caddis flies, which at the end of this season, we're going to be tying the Goddard caddis, which is a big sedge, a large caddis fly. And if you've ever been on a lake, because usually, do you know any rivers that have them?
Not traveling.
Yeah. They're just skittering across the top of the surface, and they're big, and they get absolutely blown up, and it's really fun to fish. We've got a couple places around here. One of them's called Eagle Lake. Not trying to hotspot, but July, first weekend of July. It opens in July, right? But you kind of need a pontoon boat to get out there. And then there's another one, a bigger lake, which we won't talk about. But it kind of sounds like there's an upper and a lower version of it. And yeah, so, but this fly can also, like I said there, just quite simply be a caddis. It can also not be twitched, and it can just be fished, dead drifted, and it's going to work really well. So remember, the difference between a caddis and a mayfly is the mayfly are just like these elegant, beautiful, graceful things that come out and they hang out in the water column and they're like, oh no, I'm going to get eaten. And then they did too many joints and then they just get eaten because they can't move or focus. Caddis, on the other hand, let's do this. Let's go mayfly weed, caddis cocaine. You like that, Tim? Mayfly is the weed smoker of the group, and the caddisfly is the cocaine abuser in the group. Because if you ever seen them flying around, they're just erratic, all over the place, absolutely disastrous. Well, when you know about the fact that you got these two major bugs in river systems, and then you're floating down the river, you're walking down the river, you're standing in the river, and you just hear like splash. Okay? That's called a rise form. I know it's an aggressive rise form. Now, of the two flies that I just talked about, the weed smoking mayfly and the cocaine addicted caddisfly, which one do you think would cause a fish to make such a scene? I'll help you out because we don't have all night. It's the caddisfly. Because of their erratic behavior, the fish have to attack that. Which brings us back to the Clifford Skating Caddis, where we're just going to cast downstream, quarter it, and just twitch it, just twitch it, just twitch it. And there's a material in here called the CDC, the queue de canard, the butt of the duck. And that is very awesome because it has these like water repelling properties because ducks don't like wet bums. So they have this feather there to keep their butts not from being wet. I might have made that part up. But because of that, it's not going to get waterlogged and it's not going to sink. It's going to stay on the surface, creating that V-wake, and it drives the trout crazy. Right? It looks like a fleeing insect, not a dead one. So it's important to understand how the caddis work and the rise forms, because when you see bloom splash, you're not always just going to see a fish sipping. Sipping is on the mayfly, the weed smokers. They're casually just... Man, I'm so wasted. I'm just floating down the river. And then they get eaten, right? Soft, subtle eats. Caddis, cocaine, rammy jammy, rock and roll, party on, Garth, and boom, the fish has to attack them. So that's how you see the difference, hear the difference, and it's magic. Okay, the twitch we talked about, it's all kind of right here, which I just described to you guys, kind of in the last slide. And now for one of the most important parts this evening is you have to understand that CDC doesn't take floating like all other materials. It's very unique and it's very picky. And the CDC says, Tim, I'm very elegant and I'm a delicate feather and I perform magical arts of floating. But you can ruin me if you use the wrong floating. So what do you do? Well, some people use dry powder. I've never been a fan of it. Gink. Put that in the sink and flush it. Okay, get rid of that SH. It's crap, all of it, every form of it.
Do you flush your sink often?
If I poop in it, I do.
That's what the carburetor's for, right?
Well, yeah. Put it in the sink and flush it. Okay, guys? It doesn't rhyme with toilet, so I had to say sink.
Throw it down the toilet.
It's a good point. It's a good point. This is where I get to be on screen. You're gonna get your show here in 2 seconds.
It's your thing. You do it.
But Loxa. Loon makes Loxa. We're not paid to say that, but Loon makes Loxa, and it's really fun, and it's a fantastic floatant. Get it. Use it on your CDC. What's that, Tim, at the bottom? Did I just give them the greatest secret of Thursday Night Live fly tying history?
You and your golden
I
nuggets.
know. I just can't do anymore.
Too golden.
Should I tell them about it, or should I just leave them hanging?
Well, you've already written it up there, so.
Well, La Fontaine's pupa as a dropper. Okay. Just tie it on a tag, tie it on. I got some cool ways to tie it on, which I can't explain to you right here, but you kind of put that, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches underneath. And when you do see the caddis eating fish kind of like dorsaline in a way, remember I said you won't see that, but when you do, and you're like, I don't know what they're eating. They're picking up those pupae just below the surface, and you're like, how am I going to get in there and not be so obtrusive? You're going to fish the Clifford Skating Caddis, and then you're going to put a little dropper about this far underneath, and you're just going to hold on. I promise you, you're just going to hold on, and life is good.
Just working on my do. Let us know, guys, if the sound isn't working. It looks like Graham's having some issue with it, but let us know if you can't hear us. I guess you can't hear me, so you can't let me know, but hopefully, if you can't hear me, drop that in the comments so that we know that it is working. So we know, one way or the other. All right, so this pattern, thank you, Dana, for that great description of the skating caddis. It is a pretty cool fly for a lot of reasons, but we are going to try to simplify this down for you. This is what I would call a guide fly. Truly, it's a simple tie, and it's meant to be done quite quick. And
maybe you just want to throw some damn bones for the music tonight.
Well, man, it's been so good I haven't had to say anything bad. That should be your bone. You know? It's great. Almost as great as the flow of your hair to your beard on side profile. Should braid that together.
It's just one.
It's just one. But yes, this is a cool pattern. We have fished a version of this for quite a while with the same materials, just tied a little different. And it is such a banger. I would say 100% of the caddis eating fish that I've caught or had clients catch in the last 4 years have all been on this fly. So it is definitely a golden nugget keeper you want to keep in your box. Now, it is a little bit small, but not crazy. Caddis are meant to be bigger. You could tie this smaller, but we're going to be tying this on a size 14 tonight, so it's a little bit bigger, a little easier to work with. And this would be the size that I would go to for our local rivers. So let's get this guy out of the vise, and let's get our next hook in.
McKenna, I think he said he just bought this jelly bean game on Amazon.
Just now?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to eat some bandages?
I think he wants to see his friends eat them.
Well, that's great. That's a fantastic thing to do to your friends. Okay. Let's get this guy in here and level. Almost. There we go. We'll call it good. Okay, so a couple things with this fly before we really get started is we want to, again, leave a little bit of space at the head, but I'll explain that as we go through this, because we do have to get the deer hair is the one kind of finicky piece of this, and it is important how we do it, but like we've said over past weeks, the things we do are kind of planned in the sense that we're building in skill set, we're building in levels, and if you're already very experienced, hopefully this is still challenging for you in the sense that you can enjoy these ties, or maybe it's just super easy, and that's great. We're going to start our thread about an eye length behind the eye. And we're going to start working that rearward. And I am going to take this all the way back to the top of the bend, and then I'm going to return it back to a couple of eye lengths behind the eye. Trim out my tag end. And the first material we're going to work with is this poly yarn wing. Or wing, not wing. That's what we always use it for, but we're not today. This is the poly yarn body, which is, I'm going to show you a technique of how to tie with this that creates a really nice segmented body, but also, I mean, this stuff floats. That's the whole reason we use it, is to put it on as a wing so we can see it and it helps float. So it's a synthetic material. It's great. Now, in your kit, I've obviously tied a few out of this already, so it's shorter. But what I want you to do is if you have a Velcro brush or you have an actual comb, which can't see, there it is, I put it right there. I just have this little comb. I want you to come in here and comb this out. So you'll see there's these little binding spots where it's in the card, how it's wrapped, whatever. It's bound down by some glue or something like that. I want you to come in here and comb out those spots. So I'm gonna kind of go vigorous with this for a second and comb this out till it looks fluffy like, whoa, till it looks fluffy like this. Very good camera change there. Okay, so I want it to look fluffy down the whole thing. So I'm gonna just make sure I don't have any binding spots in there. That looks pretty good. And you're gonna notice that you'd normally pull out that glued spot. We'll get rid of that, okay? Now, what I wanna do is I wanna spin this up. And when I spin this fairly tight, so I've just spun my fingers, does it look like it's similar in width to the hook shank? And that's gonna kind of be my measurement. This one does. If it's too much, then I want you to just pull some of the material out and thin it down a bit. But for me, this is about perfect because I want to create a rope when I tie this or when I palmer this. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I can see this is all uneven at the end. So I'm going to come in here with my scissors and I'm going to cut it off even. Okay. Now I'm going to give my bobbin a little spin like we've talked about lots to help it jump rearward. Grab that material with a wrap. I'm going to grab a second wrap and I'm going to pull rearward on it and suck it down under those thread wraps. And I secure the butt ends. Gonna lift up on it and just keep taking that rearward. Now we can take this all the way back and you can even edge it into that bend a bit because that's, if you ever seen caddis, their body moves independent of their wings and they almost can look like a, well, I mean, they are basically a caterpillar before they turn into a moth. So they have a little bit of bend in their body. So I always find myself taking a little bit into the bend to give that little bit of a bend in it. And then I'm going to return my thread forward. But again, remembering, I got to leave myself a couple of eye lengths of space. So I'm going to only bring it to about there. Okay. Now, when I start to palmer this forward, what I want you to do before you do that, you can see if I let pressure off, it becomes kind of separated. I want you to take this, and I'll maybe reach a little lower so you can see, and I'm going to spin this guy tight. It's going to keep spinning until that becomes a nice tight rope. Spin, spin, spin. And then I'm going to start palmering this forward. First full wrap at the back, and then touching wraps moving forward, working around that hook point. If I find that it starts to open up again, I'm just going to spin it again, tighten that rope back up. And this is going to give the appearance of a segmented body. As you can see there, it almost looks like I've got like some vinyl rib or something like we used on the atomic worm earlier in the season to create this nice little segmented body. This could be done with dubbing for sure. But what's nice about this is the floating quality of this material is going to help the fly. And I truly think it actually is easier to work with than the dubbing is anyways. Once I get back up to my thread, I'm just going to capture it, taking a thread wrap behind and a thread wrap in front. And knock my resin for a loop.
Which way are you wrapping that?
Two directions.
Tricky guy.
I thought I was gonna get away with it this week. I had no dubbing noodles, nothing.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Always force it.
Always force
Thanks,
it.
Gary. Gary requested that one.
Okay, once I've locked that in, I can trim that out. Nice and close. And get ready for the next material. Don't just set that aside. You're gonna use that on your next time trying it again.
It's truly a really cool idea because dubbing noodles are almost the same thing.
They are, but to be honest, they're harder to make look that good.
Well, I mean, just material-wise, like how the presentation or it looks, but yeah, you can do more materials, different flashes and mixtures in dubbing, but
yeah. Well, I tied one up before the show just to see what dubbing would look like on it. And I mean, the thing with the dubbing is it's really hard to segment it and make it look like that larva that's underneath the wing. So I like it. I like it a lot. So the next thing we're going to come over to is our deer hair. Now this is the finicky part, but this is part of the training here, guys. You are in TNL School of Fly Tying, so we're going to get better at this. And handling deer hair is one of those things where we need to be able to switch hands back and forth, keeping tips aligned, cleaning out the hair, all these things. We'll take you through it step by step. So you got a patch of hair in your kit. I want you to grab, and I know this is an arbitrary thing to say, but roughly half a pencil width, because that's how we measure things in fly tying. worth of hair. Okay, so I'm going to grab somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, keeping in mind, I'm only going to be tying in just the very tips of it for the most part to create my wing. So once I've separated that clump of hair off of there like that, I'm going to come in and trim it out. And if I always kind of err on the side of grabbing too much, because I can always pull a little hair out if I do have too much. Now that I've cut that off there, the first real important thing is to come in here with a comb. You could use your fingers to pull it out. A comb just makes it nice and easy. And I'm going to comb out all that under fluff that you can see right there. Okay, all that fluff does not help in tying it in.
Why?
Why? Well, it doesn't help it stay where you want on the
Because
hook
everybody likes
a fluffer.
the butts.
The butts, okay. Butts don't lie.
Everybody likes. Why are you cleaning out the butts?
I'm cleaning out the butts. I don't want the underfoam in there.
Because nobody likes a dirty butt.
Nobody likes a dirty butt.
It was
Unless-
your joke on the quick tie, and it was great.
Was it?
Everyone likes a clean
Oh,
butt.
I don't even remember. That was hours ago.
Oh, it was days
Hours
ago.
Okay, so now that I've cleaned that out,
Wait, Scooter demanding tinfoil because
oh my gosh. Okay, well, don't use tinfoil if you need to clean out your hair stacker. Instead, go inside that with a dryer sheet and take all the static out.
yeah,
Tips from Tim. Tying tips from Tim. They're a little different
the
than Chaz.
opposing Chaz's tips.
Yeah.
That was such a mess.
Oh, that was a good time. 389 tips and only 2 were true. Now we're going to come in here. We're going to stick the tips of our hair into our hair stacker. Okay. And this is going to align the tips nicely because we don't want this funny jagged looking butt end of the fly. We want them nice and stacked. So once I got them in there, going to wrap that on the table a couple times. Stack them up. Okay. Now it's always important to know which way you want the points of the hair coming back out of the hair stacker for tie-in. I want the points of the hair pointing back down the fly, so I'm going to flip this way so the butt end of that hair stacker is pointed back and down the fly. Pull that off, and there's my stacked deer hair. Okay, I'm going to come in here, grab that pinch of hair, and now this is where handling the hair matters. I'm going to switch hands a few times. I've got the tips here, but when I come and grab with my other fingers, I'm just pinching the hair down, and it maintains that perfect stacked hair on this end. Okay. Now I'm going to measure this, and this is the only major measurement on this fly, and it does make a difference. I mean, we don't want to be crazy long, like way out the back of the fly. We want to be roughly somewhere in this neighborhood where it's about a full hook shank in length, but not too much beyond that. Okay, I like it to be a little oversized, but not crazy, okay? Now, I'm going to switch hands here. Now that I've made my measurement, I'm going to switch hands because I've got my measurement with these fingers. I'm going to pinch in that same spot, okay? I'm going to expose the butt ends. Now, me personally, I like to tie in deer hair on my caddis pre-trimmed. I want to trim the butts up first so that I don't have to come in and try to trim around the rest of the hair after. So this is actually a Kelly Gallup thing. He's kind of where I learned this from. Always recommends to do this first. So now that I know where my measurement is right here, I'm going to leave just a little space in front of that, and I'm going to trim out those butt ends. So this is all I have to work with tying in, and I should be able to drive some nice thread wraps back into that deer hair. So I'm going to make sure my hair or my thread is right back where I left or where I tied in that yarn. I'm going to leave my butt sections kind of just over top of that because I know I trimmed it a little long. Okay. Now I'm going to get a gathering wrap over top of that. A couple of wraps, then I'm going to tighten. Third wrap's going to be even tighter. But the whole time, these fingers don't move. They're pinching tight so that that deer hair cannot rotate around the hook shank because I want it to stay right up on top and on the sides, not down underneath. Okay. Important to give your bobbin a little spin, counterclockwise if you're right-hand tire, clockwise if you're left-hand tire. That's going to cause that to, as you see, jump rearward against my fingers before grabbing the butt section of that hair. Like I said, first one's a little loose, second one's tighter, third one I'm going to drive down into the butts even tighter, and you see it flare the butt section of the hair, and then I'm just going to go at it with some thread. I'm going to make sure that those butt sections are secured, still holding on with my other fingers. Don't want that to go anywhere. Once I'm good and tight, I'm going to let go with these fingers and we'll see where the hair lands. Okay? Just like that. Like I said, I like it to extend just beyond the hook bend. It's going to leave space up at the head for our next material. And the next material is the one that we were talking about, the butt of the duck, the CDC. You're going to have a few of these feathers in your kit. I'll show you what the one I'm going to tie in looks like. Okay. Now this isn't a CDC plume. This is a CDC feather. And these kind of come in a variety of sizes. These ones are more proper length for a dry fly. You sometimes get some really long ones you got to spin up in dubbing noodles. And that is a way you could tie this in as well. But we're not going to do it that way. We're going to keep it simple for you tonight. Before I do anything else, I do have a little bump here from, where I tied in that deer hair. And I want to even out my ramp. We're going to call it a thread dam or a ramp down to the eye. So I'm going to take a few thread wraps down and back up. Just trying to make this a nice shallow angle. Spin up my thread so it cords up again. And then kind of right where that bump is where I'm going to tie this material in. Okay. Now, before I tie this in, I am going to actually trim this feather a bit. I'm essentially going to be laying this feather right up on top here and then forcing it around the edges with my fingers, like so, and then tying it off. But I don't want to use just that very tip of the feather because that very tip has got much shorter fibers than the rest of it. So I'm going to lightly pull back. Don't pull back too hard because those little individual feather pieces will actually come off the stem quite easy. So I'm going to pull that back a bit. I'm going to trim that out so that when I look at the feather now, I've got those longer pieces extending forward, okay? Now, I'm going to try to keep the stem of the feather, that middle portion of the feather, right on top of the deer hair. Now, when I take a look at this, and I'm kind of doing a rough measurement, okay, if I pull that back, how far back are those going to extend? It's okay if they extend too far. I actually like that. If it is way too far once we tied in, the CDC breaks really easy. You can use your fingernail to break it. So we're just going to roughly measure back and down the fly so those little tentacles of that feather at least are as long as the deer hair, if not a little longer, okay? And once I get here, I'm going to come and push that material around the edge of the hook shank and pinch again with those fingers, okay? Again, going to spin my bobbin, help it jump rearward up onto the material. I'm going to take a couple of 3 or 4 light wraps first. Then I can reposition that so the stem is definitely right in the middle. Okay, so we're looking at, that's what it's going to look like now. If that CDC goes down and under the fly, completely acceptable. In fact, I hope some of it does. Take a few thread wraps to secure that in there before I come in and trim out that stem at the front first. Give a trim there. Okay. And now I'm going to just make sure I got that bound down real nice, little thread dam at the front before I come in here and whip finish it. If that stem moved on you a bit, pretty easy to move it over. And then I'm going to pull all this material back, and you can see that that CDC extends a few millimeters behind the hair. I'm just going to come in here and do a little pinch with my fingernails. It breaks off real easy. It gives it that nice full appearance. I got a nice little bit that captured underneath, which I love. Now I'm going to come in here and either whip finish or half hitch this. I'm going to do a little half hitch as I'm going to come in here with some resin here as well. However you want to not finish this is fine. This is just nice and easy. A couple of wraps on my half hitch tool, then slide it off over the eye. I'm going to come in and trim out that tag end of thread. Now I'm going to come in here and give Rosina a chance to dance. I'm going to put a little bit of thread or a little bit of resin on my thread wraps. Kind of same with the nymph, just trying to cover just a little bit. Don't want to overdo it. Let that soak in for a half a second. Cure with the light. There she comes.
There she goes.
Got dance skills, that one.
One day we'll find her. If you guys know how to do that,
Gotta be able to find
let
her.
us know.
Find her name
Wow,
somewhere.
that looks so buggy, alive, caddisy.
That is about as caddisy as it gets right there, folks. I love it.
Oh, that CDC trailing the bug is the thing.
It's the magic.
I think when you're strip, twitch, that's just leaving this wake, this magical moment that triggers the trout to strike.
I love it. Great pattern. That's a golden nugget in itself right there.
Yep. I think probably my favorite hatch. It's not my favorite hatch. I think it's like when I know they're eating caddis, I'm just like, we're almost guaranteed.
Well, I think that's different than other hatches in that you got to be pretty fooly
Yeah.
to fool those other fish on other
The
hatches.
trickery.
But this one, gosh, is it good.
Yeah, your drift doesn't have to be good. We had an absolute epic day. The Mother's Day caddis hatch on the Bow River is something I'm sure we're going to be talking about for a really long time. And not one rainbow trout was caught on a dry fly. It was all brown trout.
All brown trouts.
Magic. Another really good fly that we used during that day was the Gallops Found Link, which will be coming up in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And I just feel very confident when it's caddis.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, probably because I'm not getting weird about size like that. 14 to 16 seems small almost.
16 small, for what we
Yeah,
have
right.
to fish. Well, I think what's nice about the caddis hatch, at least for us in our systems, is it can be kind of predictable throughout the summer in timing, but it sometimes is just like, oh, it's happening right now. Fish it.
Yeah.
It's not like I got to be there at 11 a.m. because that's when this is going to hatch.
They're pretty all over the place as far as like the time of day, which is fun because you could just pull into spots and they're typical dry fly spots, and you're just like, all right, caddis, here we go.
I actually saw a comment up in here saying something about never seeing a dorsling fish and what that would look like. Can you explain that a little better? What that means?
Great question. And now how do I? Well, I did not want to go back there.
It's roll call.
I wanted to go there, but I wanted to go back here.
Again.
Just hold tight. Hold on. I'm going to stop this music.
We got to amp ourselves up, though.
Okay, because I wanted to be on the scene where you guys could see your comments as well, because I think that's very important. A dorsaline fish is quite simply... Let me draw it.
Draw it up. Jeremy says, great tip is using hackle pliers to spin. That's a great comment.
I've
Body.
been throwing some of those good comments up on the screen while you're tying, so
That's awesome.
so it can go. Okay, I'm not the one that painted these boxes.
So be patient with his artistic skills here. You never know exactly what this is going to mean.
Yeah, I was just gonna go. Like
But
this.
we'll talk a little bit about it because it is a great question about a dorsling fish. Like we have different, we call them rise forms. Was it really splashy? Was it subtle lips? Was it just
So
the back? Is that what you saw?
so I know.
Moby Dick.
Okay, so that's the river, right?
Where?
The water, the waves, the sine waves.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the trout. I know. But on top of a trout, they have what's called a dorsal fin, right?
Yeah.
And so when they're eating the pupae, which is not quite come to the surface, that's about where they're going to eat them. And then you see their dorsal fin, and sometimes you'll see their back.
Yeah.
So it'll just breach the water, their back and their dorsal fin. You don't see their mouth.
No.
Okay. So that's something really important to notice because they're not eating dry flies, right? They're eating subsurface, the pupa.
And maybe you'd agree or not, but I feel a lot when they're eating those pupa that people get confused that it was a rise ring when it was actually like the turn. So they come up, eat just below the surface, and their tail makes a little swoosh like a whirlpool. But it's actually their back and their tail, not their...
Ren's going to bed.
Night, buddy. Love you.
So yeah, that rise form is like, it's so important because you need to understand that if you don't see the bugs everywhere, you pull up. If you're unfamiliar to the area, the time of the year, sometimes we get that advantage that we get to be out there a lot. So it's like, well, it's about time for the caddis, right? But go to a new river or somewhere you haven't been for a month, or you're pretty unfamiliar with it, and then you get there and you see fish rising, right? What is the rise form? Like Tim talked about, and I talked about also earlier, is their mouth coming up you see the mouth, right? Mouth, or do you just see like water moving, right? And that's like a dorsal fin. And then you might see like a ring, like Tim said, and that's them coming up and turning under the water. So, you know, when you flush your sink, it's it's the same kind of thing. You flush your toilet, something underneath is turning the water, right? And sometimes the biggest fish are making the littlest motion, because when a fish is close to the surface, they're very susceptible to their number one predator, which is
Birds.
Everybody thinks that they forget that they're not in the system, and so they're just trying to think of like subsurface and the predators down there. Lots of predators under the water, but the birds are also something that you have to really take notice of. So when a fish is vulnerable and they're coming to the surface, they're in a very vulnerable state. They have to want to be there, meaning there has to be a significant amount of food that wants to put them into that place of vulnerability, which is why a nice presentation sometimes helps you out in that situation. They're spooky. They're in like a foot of water, and you make a wrong move, a shadow, something, and they blow out. But spend a little more time watching than casting, flogging the water. And I really took this in about 9 years ago on Raven. A place. And I was just like really in a bad place mentally, and I would just go out there, and I wasn't doing this on purpose. I was just sit and watch, and I learned more just sitting there watching, because I just wanted to be by the river and just watching what fish did, watching what the rise form was, watching their behavior, studying their behavior. You know, so that maybe you're not doing 10,000 casts, you just have to do 1 or 2. But I do find a lot of people get so fish horny when they get to the river, they tie on their favorite foam fly and they just race down to the river and they just start flogging the water. And it's not wrong. It's not. It's just there's a lot more you can gain by going to the river and just letting the river talk to you. What do we got going on, right?
I agree, 100%. Watch and learn.
What's Mike? Mike, what do you want painted on a fly box?
I think that fly, maybe.
The answer, Jeremy, is Dana. Okay, guys, we got to play Flyingo. And let me just find out where my mouse actually is. But head over to Flyingo. Is it .ca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada,
I might have said that wrong. Did I say that wrong earlier?
No, you said it right. You typed it in right.
All right, hang on. We got to end our my music I made almost got us to the end.
It's great.
And
honestly, great.
A couple songs that weren't mine played through the end. They snuck through, so
we'll see.
I didn't catch it in time, but here we go. Playing Flyingo. Friends and family, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the Flyingo.ca game to... Oh, there we go. Now it's hopping, popping. Everybody's opened up their things. Flyingo.ca, easy enough. Jeff Krepp. Dana, get Matea to do the drawings. Who did it?
She did the drawings this week.
Oh, they want these dorsal. Oh, I know what the... Oh, yeah, we didn't even show those.
These guys.
Yeah, the Polish Pheasant Tail right there. The Clifford Skating Caddis. I just have an affinity to that caddis. Just because I do well with it, so I just kind of really enjoy that.
Just love it.
I think what we were asking was a backhanded comment that McKenna wanted this on a fly box. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
I will do it for you, and I'll ship it to you with a little bit of cyanide. Actually, I'm going to do it to you, and I'm going to ship it to you with liver and onions, barf, stinky socks, and
give him the
burnt
bandage.
rubber.
Give him the bandage.
There's worse, man.
No. I don't know, man. You didn't taste the bandage.
I didn't taste it. I just got the good ones. Luckily for me. And luckily for me. So anyways, Flyingo is what we're doing here. It's totally free. And lots of cool prizes that you guys can win if you win. But remember, getting a Captain Clutch sticker is sometimes the greatest thing that you'll ever do. But let's call the first fly is the throbbing chubby.
Throb. The old throb.
Yeah. The comments come in like at a time and a place where I feel like I'm not getting the jokes. Terry Souther says he listens to the tree.
The tree.
Can you change your name to Pine Beetle?
Yeah, please. Do it.
He spends more time in a tree and is more destructive to the trees than a pine beetle. Pine PBS, Pine Beetle Souther. All right, Timmy.
I like it.
Timmy.
Throbbing chubby.
Cam Kerr. All right, the next one up here is let's just hit the button and see what happens. Bing, bang, boom. All right, check it out. If it's not showing up, then just, we hit 100 players. We round of clicks, folks. Yeah, we hit 100 players. Round of clicks, we've hit 100 players. Officially a milestone, and the game still works? Question mark. But yeah, quite simply, if you're not seeing it populate quickly on your game card, then just refresh that page. But it should, given that you're in the 2025-ish era of browsers, show up. And I found this cool website. It made your computer turn into like Windows 92 or something.
Oh, basic.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I think at one point we had some people trying to play Flyingo on that. All right, folks, we're going to hit it up here for the next call. The next call is the Lady McConnell Midge. Oh, my goodness. The Lady McConnell Midge, if it shows up on your screen, just tap a green. Tap a green. Make it your friend. So I like the Branch Browns myself, says Cam Woolmuff. Have you ever won Flyingo before? Have you ever won Flyingo before and gone to the doors of doom and won or not won?
Good question.
I think a few years ago we had somebody crush. They won like 3 weeks in a row and beat the Wizard 3 weeks in a row.
That's unheard of.
We banned them from the show.
And that's why it went from 5 doors to 9.
Yeah. No, it was 3.
Was it 3?
It started at 3.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one time we had 100 doors?
Oh, yeah. Nobody was winning.
No. $1,000 for... That was $1,000 gift card at Rocky Mountain Fly Shop.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Whatever. It's crazy.
Well, guys, just know that if you do win and you go to the Doors of Doom, there's a lot of Easter egg secrets about which door is the right door in this show tonight.
Some might even be showcasing some secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. But
Simple math.
Truthfully, what I'll tell you is this is not in tonight's winnings because Tom Pape bought it. This was painted by Matea Sept. Right, Tim?
Good looking box.
Can't throw out all the clues. All right, let's go to number 4. We're probably going to have another 7,000 point tie. We got some really crazy, amazingly crazy questions. I changed them up, guys. I'm not letting you slide with that.
I hope it goes to tie. That's actually the funnest part.
Yeah, see, McKenna won and the Wizard's daughter just douched him.
Oh, the Wizard's daughter. I forgot about her.
Holy jeez, Cam's got bingo.
What?
I don't see it here. I do not see it here.
We'll hear it if it
just
comes
like
through.
you just
Was that on 4?
yeah, 4 straight.
Jeez.
All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
It's always a little delayed. I'm sure it'll come through.
Well, probably 18 times. 1 for 4.
Terry's 1 for 4.
Pine Beetles 1
Busy
for 4.
in the
Waiting for it to
trees.
come in.
Beep, beep.
It's so loud when
I
it
know
does,
when it
but-
comes in.
All right. Well, Cam, if you actually... How
Oh,
do you
gosh.
enter the code? Well, you don't have a Captain Clutch sticker, so you don't have a code.
You don't get a code.
if you have a Captain Clutch sticker, you enter in the code. If not, you say, I didn't trust the cat. See, he hasn't done this before.
Yeah.
So he does have bingo, right? Because he wouldn't know that.
No, it's true.
And how do I enter the code?
There it is. Earned it.
Is not immunity.
No immunity for you.
So bad. It's so amazing.
I was hoping for a tie, but this is a close second. And
Four. Well, with 100 players, I mean, you hit 4 in a row. And
That's
it looks
impressive.
like he went 4 down the left side is what I'm seeing here on my check card. Check card cam.
Oh, man.
Fly trout's just about to start work, and little does he know that Cam's got Flyingo bingo. So we're going to wait for a couple more seconds. I have the ability to mercy him.
We won't do that. We're not in the business
I don't know.
of mercy.
We just let it up to the people. You can write it in the comments whether you want him to have mercy or go to the doors of doom, which, oh, good Lord, is that fun.
I feel like most people have had to see it once or twice themselves and
I know,
want him
they
to enjoy it.
just, like, nobody is kind enough to grant Cam mercy.
Nope. Not going to happen. Seriously.
Cam, I just wish you...
Dave, doors.
Doors.
Send him to the doors.
Come on, guys. Let us know if you want us to send them to the doors of doom or not. But what we will do...
No mercy.
There it goes. So no his for Cam doors. No mercy. Ever. Never been this close. First time and always. Is it your first time, Cam? That's
I
epic.
think it was, yeah.
I know. To the doors. It's just ruthless. Ruthless friends. They're not your friends anymore. They're just ruthless folks.
I think Hillbilly would kill you if you didn't send him to the
I know.
doors.
Doom.
Oh, Brendan, he's asking for mercy. That's interesting. I guess he's blacklisted as well.
I'm just going to click this button up here that says ban.
Yeah.
Ban. Well, Cam, Sean Watson wants him to the doors. Pine Beetle says Jim Morrison, that mofo.
Doors.
And Roger's so will he share?
Yeah. Doom.
Doom. Send him. I'd rather take on the river with ice. Why does this bring me joy? It's just not good. I know. And I actually had a song tonight that I was going to play with you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get to that maybe during the wins. And I think you'll know the words to this one. And it's just one song tonight, guys. Don't want to be overwhelming to you. But I think the crowd has spoken.
Yep. I think it's time.
Let me hit the magic button. Let's see. Off to the doors. Doom.
Let's go.
Oh. All right, Cav. You.
Good luck, buddy.
So NOFABTCH. Doom. The people have spoken. Doom.
You're gone.
Just nobody. Off to the doors. Dreamcatcher's his name, and off to the doors his game. But we're just waiting to see which door he picks. And what we'll do now is we're gonna say thanks to our sponsors and meet you in the doors of doom. We'll see what Cam chooses.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fishpond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry-first weather resistance to new Nomad net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
Lord, Cam, you haven't chosen a door, and if you don't choose a door, I will choose it for you.
Ooh, I like that.
Might be the funniest comment ever, but Dave said, remember, this is Dana's second rodeo. Cam, where's your game open? You need to choose a door.
He's too scared.
I know, but I will choose a door for you, Cameron.
Ooh, I would choose quickly.
Yes, I don't remember which door is the magical door.
Don't remember?
But at the end of the day, you just quite simply have to choose your door. Oh, Cam,
People are
hurry
picking
up,
up.
Cam.
Gotta
Cam,
hurry. Oh,
door. He didn't choose the door on. Cam, where's your phone? You're supposed to choose it on your phone. But he's chosen door number 2. I will have to add this to the broadcast.
door number 2.
Cam has chosen door number 2.
I don't think anyone in the history of picking numbers thought, hey, number 2's lucky.
No. And what he probably didn't do was listen to his advisors in the chat comments.
No, people were
Even
figuring
though
it
he
out.
chose door number 2, I don't know, but I do know that the answer was right in front of you the entire time. And maybe 2 is the answer. We'll never know!
Wow, we
Until
will know, actually.
we choose the door. Well, Cameron, I'm glad you got this far.
Door dose.
Are we ready
I'm ready.
to ruin Cameron's life?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You guys made him choose door number 2 because he didn't listen. Alright, everybody has chosen a door they think is the winner.
Cats do have 9 lives.
Door number 2 has been pressed.
Ooh, there it is. Let's see it. You did not choose right. All the clues were there.
Don't you twice, doors of doom, the doors of
Doors
Oh, it's absolutely miserable.
Yeah, he pissed.
Yeah,
He's
you
pissed.
did. You just picked the wrong door. Once I told you twice. Okay. But what I wanted to do was verify some of the smart people in here
Yes,
who read properly.
yes. Some even said cats have 9 lives.
There was 2 hints.
There were?
Okay. The first one came in the fly box. I feel like we're on Saw. Remember Saw?
Maybe you are.
The first hint,
Chipmunks.
you're not.
There, try that.
What's happened? Nope. Still here. Yep.
That's better. All right. First hint. Fly box.
Tied
You're like,
or
the first hint was this. It was painted by
Matea
Sept.
Sept. Oh, come on.
Come on! Sept is French for 7.
We tried to give it
And
away.
the second hint was
Can you see?
4 plus 3 equals.
Door number 7.
Went to the doors, the wheel
You know what I'm saying? Could have really gone either way.
Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, the magic comes in. Oh, he finally picked door number 7. Oh, yeah. Nope. See, he's a cheater. We got a cheater. Oh, yeah. It's magical, folks.
This is why you want to win.
I know. It's so fun.
Oh, such a good song. Oh, that's too bad. Too bad indeed.
Time to close the doors of doom.
Bye-bye.
The doors are gone.
The doors are gone.
We tried, guys. We tried giving hints. I mean, maybe even last week we wrote hints in our hats.
We did. And your shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Your shirt. It was the hats. And his shirt said, "Trust Dana." Because I had the right number on my hat. So we do try to help you guys with a lot of different things on this show, like win, right? We actually don't really want anyone to lose.
I know. Tom, I tried to help.
I know. And so did Dave. Dave's like, Dana had a 4 and a 3 on a shirt.
I know.
Oh, we just did a lot of really fun things for the people.
I know.
And they didn't want it. Cam didn't want it. I need to reset the doors of doom because
now they know.
Weirdly, he chose door 7 after.
6, 7.
I mean, 6, 7. 6, 7. Magical.
Now for the good stuff.
The great stuff. The stuff that makes us go into this next week. Super excited to come back and play a little Bean Boozled.
Glad one of us is excited.
Yeah, sponsored by the barbershop.
Bean Boozled Barbershop.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can happen on Thursday Night Live. Fly Tie and Cam won for the first time, and then, well, just had to have himself a Captain Clutch sticker, and then, well,
is what it is.
then, it just could have been so magical for him, but it
Just
wasn't.
really making this worse for him.
I know. I want to make it worse. So what's important now? That's what WIN stands for. Brought to you by our good friend Jared with Mountain View Benefits. If you have a company in Western Canada, any of Canada, you got to give Jared a shout because Epic Human, and that's why he sponsored this part of the show, is what's your win? What's important now? So what we do here, we try to pick Cam up because he's really going through a tough time right now, having defeated to the Wizard.
It's a tough time in life.
So, yeah, we just share what's important now. What's your win? What's something going on? Just share. It can be crap. It can be great. It can be something really positive. We talked about it last week about the surplus man, about wanting to be humans, people that give more than they take. We want to be surplus in society. We don't want to be a drain on society. And in here, sometimes we need each other. Sometimes I'm a 40% and Tim's a 60%. And sometimes I'm 60 and he's 40. But together we're 100%, just like everybody else in this community. Is like we need each other. We feed off each other. And that's what the surplus man's all about. So Tim's going to share his win. I'm going to share my win. You guys share your wins in the comments. Feel free. Just write them up there. We're going to scroll back up, and then we're going to put them all on the screen. We're going to read them. And, don't be shy. It's inspiring to see what your guys' wins for the week are.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for me, this week, and Dana and I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, and we're kind of got like the menzies. We're always in similar fashion when it comes to weeks where we're just kind of feeling like, God, just this week was just, struggling through some things, frustrations, whatever. But for me this week, my win was today. And yes, this is a win, absolutely. But I started my day, hit the gym, and I did it early so I could go visit my parents. And I got to go see mom and dad for an hour and a half or so this afternoon. And wow, what a pick me up. You know, sometimes life gets busy, and I know I feel guilt about this all the time, where you have those people that are obviously so important in your life, like your parents or your siblings or whatever, and you just don't make enough time. And I was so happy to drop by, and it's nothing big. Have a coffee and just chat and catch up, share stories, and enjoy each other's company. And it absolutely filled my cup today, and it brought me into today and tonight feeling like a different person. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for those who pick me up, who lift me up. A great example sitting across the room from me. I think one of those things, and we've talked about it a lot this year, and just the sense of mental health and being able to conversate. And I think it's so important to foster relationships with people who want to listen to you, because sometimes you just need a listener, and that's it. And we do this all the time. Like, I can't solve his problems, he can't solve mine. But if you just have someone who's willing to listen to what you have to say and to validate your frustrations or the incredible things going on in your life, either way, those people are the listeners. And I encourage you to search them out. And I'm beyond grateful that I have more than one in my life.
Yeah, that's super awesome. And what's important about listeners in your life is it's like sometimes you just need to like rip it out, right? Just also a tip for that is when you are communicating to somebody, maybe you say, hey, I just need to vent, bro. I don't need advice. I don't need you to fix it. I just want to ramble llama llama ding dong. And sometimes that's a game changer. I know sometimes things will happen in our work or in the business, or you know, I just get super pissed off or whatever, and I'm just like trying to get a hold of Tim. It's not that he can fix it, because there is no fixing. It's just an event. And then when I just ramble about it, it's like I'm good. Like,
get it off your chest.
Yeah, it doesn't have to say a word. Just yep. And then it's over, and then I don't feel miserable. And it's important to have the listeners. I think that's just a really great statement, because oftentimes we don't pick up the phone because we feel like we don't have a solution or we don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Right. And I think a big part of that is just sometimes nothing at all, but just to pick up the phone and just listen. And as I say that, I think about people in your mind right now. We did this a couple weeks ago, but I think I want to do it more often. As we talk about this, you have somebody pressing on your brain that you're like, I wonder how they're doing. I haven't heard from them for a bit. They've kind of gone quiet. Okay. Those are bad habits when somebody goes quiet. And I don't mean like it's a bad of them. It's just a habit that's not good. There's a reason for it. So if that's true, a simple text message, and I know a ton of you guys in here, just text me something just thinking about you. Right? Hope your week's going well. Don't always have to answer them, but it's just magical that it's like, oh, wow, somebody's thinking about me. I matter. I'm important. And yeah, we all got our own crap going on, and life is busy, but here we are, Thursday Night Live, in a little dinky fly tying show that started, and 8 years later, we finally introduced the jelly bean game, and we're just having fun, right? But we get to come to the end of this, and like we talked every week about this red car theory that when you know you got to share your wins with your friends, you're just starting to look for that. And you can't do two things at once, meaning you can't be shitty and you can't be happy, right? And it's a choice. If you start thinking about positive things and, you know, somebody cut me off and it's like, well, maybe they're in a rush to go see their kid who called them because they're not doing well, right? Mm-hmm. So start rewiring your brain to start thinking about stuff, because I know there is people that always look for the negative. It's always that they're a victim and nothing ever works for them. It's always against them. So that's what this is. The win's the part of the show that we just share to help you guys, help us rewire ourselves.
Well, that's It's so profound.
Yeah. And
I would challenge you, like, pick 3 people this week to text that you haven't heard from in a while.
100%.
And just say, hey, I'm thinking about you, and I hope you're doing okay. Because I know there's people in here that, like Dana said, who give me a text during the week or whatever, and it's like, that means so much to me that there's somebody else thinking about you. Even if it's just crosses their mind, like, there's a lot of power in that, a lot of confidence in that. And sometimes being vulnerable is hard, but what a thing to give to somebody else.
Totally. And I'll share my win. So last weekend was I mentioned to you guys how I started helping coach volleyball, and it was our first tournament. There's 4 big tournaments of the year, and the first one is just about, all the teams are there, and it's a seeding tournament. So you play some really good teams and you play some average teams. We didn't really know where our girls were at, and they completely exceeded our expectations. And it wasn't because we went and dominated skill-wise. We dominated with character. And that's, I think, as a coach, if any of you guys have coached, even as a parent with your kids, you're still coaching, is to see your kids win in a character way, right? Where they didn't fold, they didn't quit, they just were resilient, and they just kept coming at it. And we just had a lot of fun. We played a lot of volleyball, and it's really fun to be a part of these late teenagers' lives and helping make a difference. And so kudos to them. It's great. We finished higher than we expected and right where we wanted, and now the journey continues for the rest of the year to just keep getting better and growing them as young, beautiful women. So
amazing.
That was my win. Sometimes I feel like the music just has its mind of its own.
Just over there on a sliding scale.
It's like, bro, I turned you down. Also, in the vulnerability aspect of things, like Tim said, it just kind of felt like a dank week. And not trying to be the Debbie Downer, but yesterday I was just like, I just didn't want to do anything. And I know when you get in that place, it kind of feels a little depressive. Like, I just don't want to go do anything. And it's actually been absolutely gorgeous here, like 60 to 70 degrees.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to go outside, you should go outside, should get some sun. And the vulnerable side of this is sometimes I feel like I have to always have it together, right? As my position in my job, as, doing TNL, it's like you just can't ever show a sign of, like, I don't know, thinking you suck, thinking you're not good enough, thinking you're failing, right? And because I don't know, it's just like you just in a position like you got to have it all together. And yesterday I just was like, man, I just feel like I'm failing, and I don't have an instance. I just feel like that was just overwhelming me. And Janine, I was just laying on the bed, and she came in and she's like, let's just go to Calgary. Let's go to the river. Not to fish, but just to go be around the river and, talking about the hokey pokey of the river. But just, we went down and we walked in Calgary. It's beautiful. The stretch that we fished, the Blue Ribbon stretch, has a bike path all the way down. There's a bridge across. It's so awesome. And we just went and walked for like 2 hours along the river. And just something like cool was like, as soon as I saw the river, I was like, I'm so happy. Like,
feeds your soul, man.
I know. And so, I just want to shout out to her for kind of noticing that.
Yeah.
And then just, not just like acknowledging it, but just like, hey, let's go. Let's get in the car. Let's just go. Let's get out of here. So, sometimes we don't all have it together.
Yeah.
Sometimes we suck. Sometimes we think we suck, and I don't know, as strong as I'm supposed to be or appear to be, there's times where, just shit happens.
Yep.
When you party naked.
Not your first rodeo.
Might be the comment of the year.
I know.
Just remember, guys, it's actually my second rodeo. Oh, okay, guys, let's check in with you and. So many good ones here. I'm scrolling through. Oh, look at this. Due to the second rodeo and 2 cats on Tim. I like it.
I
We've
like
got
that.
everyone
That's-
thinking.
yeah, I've got
We're gonna have
people
to be.
confused.
They're on to us
Yeah,
now.
I think so.
All right.
Sean, my win is have been doing really good at my new job. It's great.
Yeah, this one's awesome. Dusty Barnes, 1 year no alcohol.
Awesome. Awesome.
Something to really be proud of, which Dave's on that same journey and absolutely
Crushing it.
good because you pick something, a goal, and you're doing it.
Is this me already?
Yeah.
All right. This week, Mike Ritzkos, this week's win is this new job that takes up too much of my time is finally ending. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm looking forward to the change.
Nice. He's been
Good. Yeah, he's been
run
running
ragged there.
absolutely ragged.
Scooter said Cam is his win of the week. He's the only one that keeps me watching on Facebook. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably watch on YouTube. That's funny.
Oh, that's good. Tiff, win is having the ability to watch this show and relax on a couch in a warm house and a full belly. This is the good
magical.
things, man.
Struthers, hey TNL fam, just dropping in from sales meetings to say hi. Hope everyone is having a great week. Till next Thursday. Struthers, we miss you, brother.
Yeah, buddy, missed you. Adrian, gotta get off that app, man. It's
Oh, he was the grinder of the week.
yeah, that's something
Guys,
to be proud of.
Round of clicks. I mean,
Oh man,
round of clicks for
Sorry, bud.
Adrian. He's the grinder of the week.
Just kidding. It was a grinder of a week, but tonight was the highlight. Reached out to an old friend, and we're trying to meet up again. It was a pick me up for both
Yeah,
of us. Great
That's
job,
great.
buddy.
That was a pick me up for me. Grinder of the week. Oh, Mitchell Lilly. Win. Got to sneak away last weekend up to a cabin in the bush at Cold Lake with some good buddies and hook into some Great Lakers.
Awesome.
Super good. Awesome. We appreciate you hanging out with us here.
Yeah, Mr. Durfee. Win, getting through our loss of 2 dogs. They were such a big part of our routine. The third dog is also grieving in his own way, as they do. What a pick-me-up TNL is. Again, sorry, buddy. That's such a tough time.
Jeremy, my win is having my brother and best friend back to work with our company after a long struggle. Family is the best, so thankful. And that's coming from episode 1 when, you know, he shared some stuff about that.
So happy to
Super
hear that,
cool.
dude. Mr. McKenna, my win, been on some heavy meds lately, but doctor told me Tuesday that they are working and to keep on pushing through it. Life is good.
Nice.
You're happy to hear that.
If you ever get a moment to check out who Mr. Mike McKenna's dad is.
Yeah? All right.
Yep.
Duly noted.
He might share a bit, but he might not. It's pretty... but yeah, I saw a couple things he posted and I did some digging and I'm just like, because I've seen some of the statues and it's kind of impressive. Chris, what's up, brother? Almost
up,
done our
Chris?
house renovation. The siding guys are showing up this week.
Oh, awesome. Cam, not a huge win for the week other than just keeping on. We'll be in Arizona next week, so hoping to tune in from the road. Life is a ride, just strap in and hold on.
Yeah. Pine Beetle Sather. Win for the week was getting out of the house this weekend and watching the 2 grandsons' hockey games
Nice.
and not gluing Clifford's eyes shut. Well done.
Nice work, Terry.
Yeah, the trees don't care, but hey, you at least have to get the tippet through there so you can get it into the
In the tree,
trees.
it's important
I
stuff.
know.
Dave, my win, our community at the barbershop. I'm not always around the shop or out on the cutting floor, but when I get to be there and chat with our regulars, it's always a reminder of why we built it.
OQP.
Only quality people aren't just here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Roger, our car saga is coming to an end. My daughter bought a new car this week with the settlement money. My wife gets her car back tomorrow. And we had an awesome night at I-4 on Monday. The largest crowd ever. Great time with great people. It's great to hear. I love how the wins, like, we say what's important now, right? And then, that story's unfolded, and here it's a win.
After week. Yeah,
Here
now it's a win. Yeah. Ken, win for the week. Work is finally picked up again. Unfortunately, it's night shift for the next little bit, but take it while I can. Great to see Cam get his butt kicked by the wizard. OQP LPCF.
Yeah. GSM, the surplus man, the wizard is.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Philly Griffith Jr. Philly Griffey. He was supposed to, you can come up without Ken. You don't need Ken to come up.
That's true.
Got to go ice fishing with the kids for my birthday. Ice had enough snow for great grandparents to safely come spend time with us too.
Oh, that's great. Perry, my win was ordering dinner instead of having to cook. Oh, that is such a great feeling.
Somebody cooking for you. Trevor McPhee, my win this week is spending some time at the Vice, shutting my brain off and letting the stress and the frustrations of work slip away.
Oh, yeah. No, Joel. When was the jelly beans had me belly laughing? Poor Tim.
Dude, it was like instant. And,
two.
So I'm like, I haven't done this before, but I was like, how does it taste? Like,
Trust me, you'll know.
Yeah, that's what I found
If it's not
out.
good, you'll know right away.
Yeah, that's what I got a song I do want to play on the guitar that I think Tim should know the words to. Jeff, my win. Our rivers closed last weekend, but the memories were made with my boys this year. I'm forever grateful and extremely proud. And so, maybe I do play my song.
You gonna play your song?
Yeah, before we head out for the night.
Yeah, give him a little something.
Just maybe turn this one on. Mic check, chicken mic 2, chicken mic 2. Can you say chicken mic 2? Can you say chick mic 2?
I got you.
Mic 2, chicken mic 2, chicken mic 2.
I got you loud, rubber ducky.
It's a rap song. Chicken mic 2.
You're not gonna rap the song, are you?
I'm gonna wrap up with this song. Okay, gotta turn off the real. Why does this thing have so much reverb?
Well, it's because it's auto tune. I hope.
I wanna know what love is.
Oof, good. Me too.
No,
it was great. I was just excited for what's to come. Grab your git fiddle.
Okay, guys.
We've been practicing all week
because we didn't have. I'm not even gonna tell you what song it is. Just have to figure it out. Okay, we got more wins here.
Keep rolling in. One more. Mr. Ploy, we just listed our house for sale last weekend. Win is being patient and trusting that the right buyer will come along before the clock runs out on conditions. Trying to get closer to the bow. Ooh, does that mean you're coming south? How far south? That's great. Congratulations.
See, it's just some tuning. Maybe I don't even. Hello. I don't know why there's reverb.
I don't know. All these technical things.
Oh, that's why.
We were messing with this earlier. Did you do something?
Hello?
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 Hey there.
Okay, guys. Don't go anywhere yet. I'm playing a song.
You picked something good? I don't recognize it yet.
Okay, I just wasn't warm because it's been a while since I played Fly Toga.
Fly Toga, yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm in the dark here, brother, so you get us started.
Okay, guys. As we head off into the night and the weekends, I've got a song that I wrote for you, Tim.
Oh, man.
And I think pretty soon you're gonna... once you hear the beat and the rhythm, you're just gonna find that it flows.
Does?
Are you catching it yet?
Well, those are the 3 or 4 chords that make up most songs, so I'm a little lost.
But it's the progression. Okay, ready?
Oh, sure. You start us
4,
off.
3, 2, 1. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Z in Canada. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing them with me?
Is that good, folks?
Until next time.
Another Thursday done. Season 8 feeling great. TNL family, we love you.
Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Take a breath and enjoy the ride. TNL fam, we're by your side. We're by your side. Tied up the flies, we shared the night. Dana guided the ship just right. Tim spun magic on the vice so clean. Season 8 rolling like a funky dream. The patterns dance, the laughter flow. The TNL fam just stole the show. OQP forever, hearts align. Love people catch fish, that's a state of mind. Hearts align, love people catch fish, that's a state of mind. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Thanks for coming, enjoy the night. TNL fam, you shine so bright. We're by your side. Oh, TNL family, we love you. Season 8 forever. Good night, everybody. See you next Thursday.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum.